It's time for the greatest little internet radio show, Blow the Whistle. Always live on SportsSoundChicago.com and on Twitch at SportsSoundChai. Tyler, Butterball, Beaterball.
I knew this kid was going to be a complete meth, like a youth mess. Not meth. See, I think he needs to go to Allstate, because when you're covered by mayhem, you'll be better protected.
Andrew Pepe Valentin.
How can you say that high school's sports is not about business when the IMG Academy, who is supposed to be a legitimate high school, goes for $1.25 billion? Game time.
David Double D Dykstra.
Hope and pray to God that Jordan Love twists his ankle so bad that you get to see this godforsaken mess that is Sean Mother Trucking Clifford.
Tyler Buterbaugh, Andrew Valentin, and David Dykstra. Your greatest little internet radio show everywhere you go.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Blow the Whistle on Sports Sound Chicago's YouTube page. We hope everyone had a very wonderful and eventful weekend. I know we pretty much did. I mean, we had a lot going on.
I didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't?
No.
Why?
My foot was up on the recliner the whole weekend. Y'all killed me Thursday night, man.
You're fine.
I woke up. I
Put some dirt
literally
on it.
woke up, and it was as bad as the day after it happened.
Like pain or like the bruise?
Pain, swelling, earthing.
Earthing? Oh, ouch.
Earthing.
I know you took your dogs out, and I was like, "Oh, that looks rough, my guy." Get it? Dogs rough.
I didn't realize. Like, I showed you guys the bruise on the inner part of my ankle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize there was a big ass bruise on the other side.
Oh yeah, because you said Monica took a picture and showed you, and you're like, "Oh, I didn't even see that."
That's what that looks like. Interesting.
Wondering why my heel hurts so bad.
Why I'm still limping on this damn thing. Well, welcome in everybody on Blow the Whistle. I am Tyler Butterball Buterball. I'm here with my boys.
David Double D Dykstra.
Andrew Pepe Valentin.
And we are recapping and grading the NFL Draft of 2025 that recapped on Saturday, kind of giving our overall takes from each team, the winners, the losers, breaking that down. Obviously, aside from the NFL Draft, there was NBA playoffs going on, people, and if you're like me, I almost forgot that too, but I was still in the zone of because it has been a wild set of series for this entire first round.
Dude.
And then we're going to talk a little bit of MLB, just kind of what's going on. David's going to rub something in my face. And
Whoa, pause! The hell, man?
You know what I'm talking about.
It's a family show.
It's a family show.
What the hell, man?
No physical things are being rubbed in people's faces, everybody. It's just,
Unless it's chocolate.
I just really wanted to wait until Frankie was around. So
you could do it again.
it'd just be like.
And then, guys, we haven't done it in a hot minute. We are closing out the show with Youre Killin Me Smalls. That is right. And I know we haven't asked you guys because we haven't done it in a minute, but if anything has made you guys saying Youre Killin Me Smalls, hit us on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BlowTWhistle1. That's BLWTWHISTLE1. You got plenty of time to have that built-up anger ready to unleash, so send them over. Even put them in our YouTube live chat. Andrew will be taking a look at that. You can't see it from over there, right?
Actually, I do finally have the stream up where I can look at the comments. So
beautiful.
I should be all good on that.
So for all you
Ben Simmons, ladies and gentlemen.
So if you guys who are watching right now and listening to us, go ahead and throw it in the chat because Andrew's going to monitor that and
hit us up with the hashtag too, YKMS as well, if you want to hit us up on the social medias also.
Good call.
Hashtag YKMS.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get into this in hour 2, but I'll give out the breaking news right now. Shams has said Milwaukee Bucks star Damian Lillard has been diagnosed with a torn left Achilles tendon.
Ooh. I mean, I had a slight of a hunch because
when he grabbed the back of his foot, I went, ooh.
Yeah, and then Doc in the post-game presser did not sound very uplifting.
Well, does Doc ever sound uplifting?
No.
Even when he tries to be uplifting, you're like, all right, something's wrong.
I will say, if something like Rusty can talk, that would be Doc's voice. Like, it just sounds so scratchy. Like, I don't know, Rusty.
He just
comes
sounds
to mind.
tired.
He does sound
Constantly.
tired. That poor guy.
So he sounds like Andrew.
Listen, man, I had a right to be tired this week.
There's
Okay,
no defending.
I pulled almost 40 hours straight, no sleep. So
Yeah, I didn't realize after the draft show he went straight to work afterwards.
I came
was like,
close.
oh.
I came really close to that. Really close. I got about 2 before I had to go back in. But then, like, I didn't go to MCW.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't come here to do BT Dub or BK Dub.
Yeah.
I legit went home, put my leg up, and did not move the entire day.
I didn't even get that after I got done with work. I got 2 hours of sleep, and then I was like, oh, I got to go to a bachelor party now.
Yeah. Oh.
We're going to talk about that, too, by the way.
What?
Smile, dude. Jesus.
What?
When you're posting pictures, all you have is this.
Well, you know what? Gravity works in mysterious ways.
Gravity works. All right, we'll talk about
So
Andrew's
does alcohol.
We'll talk about Andrew's
Lack of
bachelor party.
smiling in his posts. Yeah, it's
Save it for your Killing Me Smalls.
Oh,
There you go. That's your Killing Me Smalls. Andrew,
go.
smile. You're killing me,
Personal
Smalls.
vendetta on You're Killing Me Smalls. Jeez.
All right, boys.
Andrew's finally made the list. Woohoo!
That'd be great. All right, you guys ready?
Let's go.
Let's do it, baby.
do
Let's
it.
start it off. The Chicago Bears have finished, obviously, their NFL draft. A little bit of a shock, as you guys heard from our reactions on Thursday, which, by the way, thank you to everyone who tuned in and showed up.
110 views right after it was over.
Shout out to all of you who tuned in, watched us cover this NFL draft, covering all the crazy coverage that was going on with the trades, people coming forward, trading back in,
We
and
might
whatnot.
we might have an announcement too. I forgot. I didn't talk to him about it at all, but
No.
Over communicate.
we've been asked to do something, but I need to get everybody's okay on it before we go forward with it.
Oh, is this from Double D 2.0?
Yes,
You told me.
monthlies.
Yes. Yeah, you told me on Saturday.
That sounds so bad. Pause.
Double D's monthlies?
Pause.
Are you here for your Double D monthly? All right, stop. All right. All right. So, just kind of recapping the picks. The Bears in the first round drafted Michigan tight end Colston Loveland. In round 2, they drafted wide receiver Luther Burden III, traded down from pick 41, and then acquired a couple late round picks in the second round. Got offensive tackle Ozzie Trapillo from Boston College, defensive tackle Shamar Turner from Texas A&M. And then in round 4, linebacker Ruben Hippolyte II from Maryland. Round 5, cornerback Zay Frazier from UTSA. Round 6, offensive guard Luke Newman from Michigan State. And then with the final pick in the 7th round, running back Kyle Monungai from Rutgers. So
Who's my guy? Manungai.
he's my guy, my nine guy. Overall, I mean, I don't hate the Bears pick. It wasn't anything like, like compared to last year. It was all like, woo, they got the quarterback. They paired him up with like one of the top wide receivers. This was like, to me, I looked at this draft. I was like, I don't love it. I don't hate it. But it's like you got guys in positions you needed. You kind of you added depth in the trenches with 2 offensive tackles. I mean, he's a guard / tackle. He's played multiple spots with Luke Newman. But then you also added more depth at defensive tackle with Shamar Turner, which I actually enjoyed the pick. And if you heard him talk, he's actually he's going to be a fun dude to hear in the media. But I want to talk first about the Colston Loveland pick, because a lot of people, like our reactions, we were kind of a little thrown off after the offensive majority of like the top 5 offensive linemen were getting already picked off before the Bears picked. And with all the rumors flying around that they were going to trade up to draft Ashton Genty, which thank God you didn't.
I've never seen butts unclinch faster than when that number 4 and number 5 pick got picked.
Yep. And then once the
And it
Raiders
wasn't
were on
the
the clock,
Bears.
I was like, okay, there goes Genty.
I mean, we didn't see it, but 2021, when the Bears traded up to 11, that was a pretty tight sphincter, I think, for a lot of people too.
Yeah.
Only if an M word had come out of their mouth.
What?
I remember where I was because I was texting Andrew. I was like, Andrew, you waiting for the first syllable? He's like,
Panic.
I swear to God.
I remember-
swear to God.
I was
Sheer panic.
in Myrtle Beach for this, and I was like, "Oh, Bears traded up." I'm like, "What are they gonna do?" And I pull it up on my phone, and I just see Mac Jones' face on the camera, like, "I swear to God, if you draft him, I'm gonna be so pissed." And then I'm like, "It's got to be Justin Fields." But anyways, but yes, so Bears stay put at number 10, draft Colston Loveland, and it was kind of a shocker because Tyler Warren was still on the board, and everyone was expecting this to be Tyler Warren, but if I'm being honest, the more that I'm looking into it and kind of going back and forth at the tape, I do love the Colston Loveland pick. I think he fits better in Ben Johnson's system than what Tyler Warren fits, if you know what I mean.
It was a scheme pick.
It was 100% a scheme pick.
Absolutely 100. Listen, I freely admitted to everybody that was there at the draft show, Colston Loveland runs better routes.
Yeah.
Point blank, end of story.
By far.
Athleticism, I give it to Tyler Warren. Versatility, I'll give it to Tyler Warren. But if you're wanting this to me is a 1A, 1B, and there's not a lot of room between the 1A, 1B.
No, like these two were a lot tighter. I wish I kind of looked more into Loveland at first because I was kind of really new to Loveland until, Andrew, I remembered I asked you when you popped in, and I was like, I'm seeing this kid now get picked at 10 to the Bears. I'm like, I haven't heard about another tight end being picked in the first draft until just now at that point, so I was a little thrown off, but now I'm like during the time, and I wish I did more research on the kid, but I was watching some tape, and like you said, he runs routes better than a lot of wide receivers. Jake Butt, he says that he runs routes better than Terry McMillan, which I'm like, I don't fully disagree with. I mean, for a guy that size, his route running is pretty incredible.
No, I mean, this is a guy who, by all accounts, he fits that natural idea of what you want in a tight end nowadays, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can run the ball very well, can block very well, can catch the ball away from his body, good body control, has the ability to go to the second level, block safeties and linebackers, things like that, can chip block, can help on the run game, can pull if he needs to. He does a lot of things. The only thing is that when you look at his numbers, they're not really that significant, except for when you put into context, he had a walk-on as a quarterback and a guy who most people thought might be something, but Orji never became that quarterback for Michigan. Right. So you have two different quarterbacks, three at one point even, throwing to him, and he still puts up significant numbers and helps Michigan to have a winning season and was a part of helping them win against Ohio State and setting the ground game for them. You're getting a tight end that can be the all-around complete image of what you want. I'm not saying he's Travis Kelce. I'm not saying he's Rob Gronkowski. But can he be like maybe one of the top 10 tight ends when it's all said and done by the time he's in the prime of his career? Absolutely.
And I look at it too, like, and you just put it right there, is that he never had a solid consistency at quarterback, like with flipping back and forth to
other
the
than
walk-on.
McCarthy.
Yeah,
that was the last
and
time.
that was it. And if you also look too, and that's where I made my first initial judgment on Loveland. I'm like, the kid only had like not even 600 receiving yards, only 6 touchdowns and whatnot. But if you look, Brock Bowers, his last year before entering the draft, it wasn't that pretty either.
No.
And because, again, you had Carson Beck as the quarterback. You had other weapons on that team. And Michigan, they're more of a run-heavy type of offense where you're not going to expect a lot of opportunity for Colston Loveland. But the way that he can get open and create separation, and you see him, and he can run multiple routes. He's not just a flat guy or a go guy. Like, he can run pretty much any route you throw at him.
Yeah.
And he's out running secondary.
Absolutely.
Which is kind of impressive. You guys got any more on him?
I'll say the comps that I've heard are Sam Laporta.
I've heard Laporta. I've heard Greg Olson.
And if you're saying Sam Laporta, wonder why Ben Johnson drafted him.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, everything about this kid, though, too, it fits what, you want out of this offense, right? As much as you might love a Cole Kmet, here's the reality, though, too. Cole Kmet now also becomes potentially expendable. Yes, you'd like to keep him because he's still on the cheaper side with what you paid him, but he's only going to hit you on a $3.2 million dead cap.
Yeah.
So if you don't feel like he's the necessary keeper for the future and you want to potentially trade off him and get picks or whatever, you have that option.
Right.
Like, it's not going to be like oh, this is really going to hurt us. Yes, it would be great if you could keep both of them, but if it becomes a problem, and you can see Loveland, I think, has more of the receiver style where Komet's going to be the jump ball red zone guy, but Loveland can be that guy too.
He can
so
be, yeah.
I think this is going to be a situation where people are going to try to stir controversy. I think they'll find a way to coexist together, but at some point, you're going to have to make a decision, and I think it's already been made with Loveland being a first-round pick. Komet, at some point, will probably get moved on from. But while you have them, you've got a great dynamic duo that you can stick in the trenches to help block and go catch passes over the middle.
Absolutely. The other pick with their second pick, and this was probably one of my favorites, honestly. They went with Luther Burden III, wide receiver from Mizzou. He fell to the Bears at 39. Granted, I think a lot of this pick was best available because there was running backs getting taken off the board early in that second round, which they were probably, I guaranteed at least the 2 Ohio State running backs was probably on their board.
I'm assuming that's my assumption is that once you saw Judkins go and then Henderson went, I think that was kind of the trigger to say, all right, we could go high on a running back, but is there anybody we like for the second round? No. Do we need anything else? You could go a tackle, you could go an edge, but you're looking at a guy like a Luther Burden and you're saying it adds another weapon to a receiving core that you kind of need because you obviously haven't brought back Keenan Allen.
Right.
And he's a younger dude who can play on the inside, be a great slot receiver that work with Adunze
He's your
and
deep
with
threat.
DJ Moore. I don't even know if he's necessarily a deep threat. I mean, he's fast, but he's still like in that same realm of like DJ Moore, where he can be a possession guy and get yards after the catch. Like, he's just a very good player, very good route runner, has amazing hands.
Now, you brought DJ Moore up, and I want to talk to you guys about this because Alex, who joined us on the draft show, made a very interesting point where he believes, he's just kind of throwing it out there, this Luther Burden pick could be kind of a little bit of an eye-opener for DJ Moore because if you saw in some of the tape from last year, at some point DJ Moore, like at some point in the season, you can see DJ Moore just kind of half-assing, like
taking plays off,
not blocking and stuff like that. And so right when Ben Johnson got hired, he had the whole saying like no block, no rock. Yeah. And he's very on top of, even after the summary of the draft, he mentioned like he already told his guys like if you want the ball, you're gonna have to do other things like blocking, for example.
Yeah.
DJ Moore kind of lacks that. So his conspiracy was saying like this could be a little of a wake up call for DJ Moore and possibly like, listen, if you're not gonna do the job, we have your replacement.
Yeah, no,
for a lot cheaper.
Absolutely, 100%.
Listen, I think what was it? Not this year, but last year. I mean, even this year for me.
Last year was his big year.
Yeah,
was his breakout
I think
season.
we had him graded out as the #1 wide receiver in college football.
Everybody did. Going into the preseason, he was rated as the top receiver going into not just the draft class, but in college football.
Missouri had a bad season.
Mm-hmm.
He necessarily didn't have the greatest season either, but there were a couple games where he took over.
Yeah,
and physically dominated other DBs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So to me, I mean, once again, you're getting a first-round wide receiver in the second round. I'm completely great with that.
I mean, that's what I love about it too. And there's like issue that he's kind of like diva mentality where he's like, I want the ball in my hands, but it's like everyone has that. And first off, do you guys not know who the wide receivers coach for the Bears is? It's Antoine Rondell. He was able to fix like ironically him and Luther Burden.
Least diva guy ever.
Right. But Burden and Jamison Williams went to the same high school, and so Jamison Williams had that same issue going to Detroit.
Yeah.
Rondell kind of fixed that situation, and he became a solid #2 over in Detroit. And who's to say he can't be doing that with Burden the third? I mean,
exactly.
And
Randall L was stoked with this pick.
Oh yeah, it was funny. I was watching it as it happened, and I was like, Alex and I were both looking like, why is Rondell L on the phone? And we're like, and then Alex behind me was like, they totally got Luther Burden the third. I'm like, I would not be mad at that pick whatsoever.
No,
like, not at all.
It's a good weapon. It's a guy that you can use both on trick plays within the run, and obviously as a receiver, he can block. He can do everything.
Yeah.
So you're getting a solid place as a wide receiver. It's just a matter of now how you're going to use him and stuff.
Right.
That's the only thing.
We'll quickly, I'll kind of just list out so the rest of them. Obviously, offense: Ozzie Trapillo, Shamar Turner, and Luke Newman were obvious. They were depth pieces, which I do like. Ozzy Trapillo stands at 6'8", 300 pounds. The only concern is that he played a lot more. He's a lot better and more comfortable at the right tackle spot instead of the left tackle spot, so that'll be kind of interesting. I've been told he's a day one starter in the league. That's what people have said.
Yeah.
I haven't done a whole lot of digging into him lately, but again, that's the little concern. Like, okay, you need help at left tackle, but you got a guy that played primarily right tackle.
For me, he's a reach. I mean, because you didn't have a third-round pick, so you saw a tackle. You said see tackle, take tackle, basically, in the second round. He can be a starter, I think. He can, like, his size is there.
Once again, though, Andrew, let's pose the question. Could we maybe say that Chicago's kind of in the same scenario that Detroit was 2 years ago, where everybody threw up their arms and went, what the hell are they doing taking Jahmyr Gibbs and Campbell in the first round?
Yeah.
What are they doing? They're insane. Those are reaches. That's crazy. How's that worked out for Detroit?
No, I mean, listen, as long as he works and if he works the way that you wanted him to, the way I'm looking at it is plain and simple. I think everybody's kind of talked about it at this point. If they haven't, then let me be the first to introduce it. Trapillo goes in and plays right tackle. Darnell Wright's moving back over to left tackle, his more natural position. Braxton Jones is fighting for his job and finding a place as being the switch-out guy who can play every position on the line.
I honestly forgot Darnell Wright was initially left tackle.
Yeah, he played left tackle mostly at Tennessee and then converted to right tackle for the Bears.
I kind of forgot about that. So if that's the case, this kind of makes it a little bit better.
I think. If that's the way they're looking at it, and I'm feeling like that might be the case, that makes sense. Because, again, as much as you want to try and believe in Braxton Jones, he is middle of the board.
Yeah.
Like Darnell Wright, yeah, he's middle of the board, but there's more upside with him because he's younger, bigger, stronger.
He had a great season last season.
Exactly.
He did.
So he's a rising tackle. Put him in his natural spot. Put Trapillo in at right tackle. Usually the right tackle is now about 6'7", 6'8", anyways. I'm not saying he's Joe Alt, but if he plays to the right way, aggressive with the hands, good body of work, anchors down, now you've got your two tackles set. And then Braxton Jones, look, find a spot for him. Yeah. He's either the guy that kicks in at guard somewhere. Maybe he beats out Jackson. Maybe he, I don't know, finds a place at center. I have no idea, but he gives you depth now.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. And that's where I was happy with this draft is that they built more depth in the positions they needed. But real quick before we head out of here, the biggest one I want to talk about.
Actually, real quick.
Yeah.
Before I'm okay with us going long here because there's a lot of information.
There's a lot for the Bears for sure.
I was actually shocked. Andrew actually likes one of the guys a lot more than the others.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the later rounds.
So I know you were going to talk about Shamar Turner. I'll just briefly.
Oh no, I was going to go to the 7th rounder.
Oh, okay.
We can talk about that.
We can talk about him.
Yeah, but
because first I'll say for Shamar Turner, decent pick. Again, kind of a reach. I get it though. You didn't have a 3rd round pick. Solid defensive tackle.
His upside, though, is...
It's fantastic. I just felt like you could have used an edge at that point, and there were still plenty of guys available at that point.
My only thing is that we don't know exactly... Like, they must be sold on Dio Otabango.
Unless they think that this kid can play edge, because he played edge in high school.
I was going to say, he's played multiple spots over there.
Yeah. Shamar Turner's played all over the defensive line.
Yeah.
No, I
didn't even think about that. Turner is a little small for a defensive.
6'3", 290 for a DT. It's not that he can't play the 3 technique. He can. Yeah. But if you're telling me, well, Grady Jarrett's going to play the 3 technique, we just paid him. Okay. Right. Then try this kid at the edge and let's see what he can do. Like if you're saying it's a 4-3 defense and he's a 3 down, hand in the ground lineman, I mean, if he is what he is, then him and Montez Sweat, that's not a bad pairing. And you added Otabingo to that as well. That's your long, tall edge rusher as well, too.
And Dennis Allen likes to rotate guys in.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
it's a depth move.
You've got like 9 or 10 guys on the defensive line right now.
You've got depth.
You've got to find somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody is going to be on those front 4.
And if Billings stays healthy, that's just a plus as well.
And if Irvin Dexter produces, and if Zach Pickens can get it together, I mean, then and if not anything, you've got depth and you've got trade picks. You've got draft capital then.
Yeah.
But the guy I like, and I like Manunge, he's good, but I really like Zay Frazier.
That's the guy that I've heard that it was a great pick in
Tall,
the 5th round.
fast, can play the man-on-man, can play the zones where he's going to be at his best. 6'3", 186. The guy has, I think, that unique ability to be a corner that can step in there and play the nickel and potentially can fill in and be one of those guys where if someone goes down, he might be able to step up. And I know this is a team that is loaded at cornerback, but this is also one of those teams that at the same time, I like this pick a lot. I like this pick because it ups the defense. It gives you more coverage. He's also a guy I think you could project to possibly moving to safety. Not strong, but free because, yes, he's a little thin. You get him to 195. You tell him to go back there and just play the field, play the ball in the air. He is the definition of a ball hawk. Go get me that ball. You got it.
And I'm impressed because from what I heard, he hasn't played a whole lot of football in general.
No,
And like
he's not.
He's kind of not like new to the game, but he's newer than like a lot of
Yes.
these guys have played since they were a youngin.
Yes, which is concerning because he's raw, so you need to help him grow. But the coaching staff they have in front of them is fantastic.
I love what he said too. Is that like, yeah, I haven't played a lot of football, but that just means I'm fresh and my body's feeling good.
Yeah, you haven't beaten yourself up. That's awesome. That's what everybody would love to hear. My body is in great condition. Awesome.
Right.
We're taking you.
Now, real quick, I just wanted to talk about him. Kyle Monungai from Rutgers, the Bears' last pick in the 7th round, 223rd. And here's the thing. Like, the Bears, if you looked at the draft, they were, like, just right there.
Yeah.
And I think if you look back at it, they were, like, at most, like, a few picks away from getting, like, one of the top running backs in Henderson, Judkins, even Caleb Johnson, like hell, even Scattaboo and Dylan Sampson.
I love where Scattaboo went, by the way.
I do too. I just think it was 2 rounds too soon.
It's a little up there.
It's a reach.
We're going to talk about this in a little bit.
We'll get into that,
Because the Giants reached on a lot.
Yeah, they did.
But Kyle Monungai,
a lot of teams did.
A guy that I heard of but didn't really do a whole lot of research on, mainly because I expected running backs earlier being drafted by the Bears, and that was kind of like the big concern from this draft. Everyone's like, you waited till the very end to get a running back.
Right.
This kid, though, 669 carries, consecutive carries in 4 seasons, never fumbled the ball, so he's a hell of a ball handler.
Yep.
Not bad. Like, he had his best season last year. I think he had about like 1,200 rushing yards.
He was the offense for
He
Rutgers.
was the offense. And
I mean, there's no other way to put it.
so that's the thing. I'm like, I don't hate the pick at all because that just shows of how deep this running back class really was. And if you got him at that value at that late, I'm like, you got yourself a pretty shifty, fast type of running back that can counter with DeAndre Swift.
You might have gotten yourself a Kyron Williams or an Isaiah Pacheco.
And
that's what I would comp him to.
Isaiah
right now.
Pacheco,
like at his
7th round
highest,
Rutgers running back.
Exactly. Like can catch the ball out of the backfield, can run through guys like a bowling ball, hard to bring down. I mean, the way that he runs the ball, it's high and tight, arms right up in here, so the ball's nice and secure. I like the pick.
I like it too.
I mean, if you weren't going to take a running back in the 2nd round, if that was not the plan, get somebody later in the draft to kind of pair with what you have right now, your arsenal of weapons in Swift and Johnson. It's not a bad number 3 pick.
Real quick,
a guy you can use on special teams and more so.
Do you see the tandem him and Swift in the regular season, or do you think it'll start off Swift and Johnson and then Monungai will find his way in there, or
I think Monungai will
have a 3-way
his,
rotation?
Maybe. I think Monungai will have his packages at the very start, and if he starts to show production, that's when you start. Because here's the thing, right? Swift is going to be your every down back. Johnson's going to be your red zone guy. Monungai is going to be the guy that you throw in there when you probably want to go into more of the passing opportunities. Get him in the flats, get him on a wheel route, occasionally maybe come out of that halfback draw out of the shotgun. That's kind of where his bread and butter's at. But you know you've got a guy who I think can at least be consistently there and, if anything, be a solid backup running back for, however long he's going to be here, right? I don't know how many people are going to remember this guy. He reminds me a lot of Khalil Bell when he was with Chicago.
Yeah.
Just kind of that kid that, like, everybody was like, who is he? Where did he come from? What round? No, he didn't even go drafted, folks. Like, they got him undrafted, and yet this dude would just churn out yards and just go rolling through people. So he never became a star here in Chicago, but I think he can be that kind of a guy where you can go, if anything, we plug him in there. He's going to make us plays.
I love it. I love it, man. All right. Well, that is our overall talk on the Bears draft. Give us your guys' thoughts on how you feel like the Bears drafted. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BlowTWhistle1, BLOWTWHISTLE1. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more of the ups for some teams and some head scratchers from other teams in this draft. That'll be here next on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
Chicago sports for sure.
SportsTownChicago.com.
It's the summer of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. To reach peak summer mode, you need your summer coffee. Like a smooth, new s'mores frozen Dunkin' coffee, a refreshing butter pecan iced coffee, or a sweet coconut cream by cold brew. What could be better than an iced or frozen coffee on a hot summer day? Nothing. Dunkin' Donuts has all your favorite flavors this summer. So come enjoy the summer of coffee and keep cool out there, kids. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
When car dealers fight for your business, you win. AutoJudo.com makes car buying fun by letting dealers compete for your business live. Real-time AutoJudo fights are the fast and easy new way to get multiple dealers' best offer on any car you want. It's free and anonymous. Only the dealer you select as the winner of your AutoJudo fight receives your contact info. You're never obligated to buy, so test drive your best deals now at AutoJudo.com. Dealers fight, you save.
Yo, check it out. We got the finest pizza in all the land. Italian Fiesta is on deck, and I'm telling you, it's a hit. These pies don't miss. No matter what time you get the munchies. Pepperoni, extra cheese, turkey Italian sausage, they got all the toppings. Italian Fiesta delivers until midnight during the week and 1 a.m. on the weekends. Plus, you can use your Uber Eats or Grubhub if you got the app. And if you ain't rocking with the pizza that night, try one of their sandwiches or pasta. And they have plenty of side dishes, just like me, if you know what I mean. Hop online and go to ItalianFiesta.com or call 773-684-2222. Piece of pizza, that is.
There's only one place to watch your favorite sports team and have mouth-watering pizza. Come on down to Moretti's Pizzeria, where you can get a pizza for half the price every Tuesday. Try out our delicious varieties of pizza, sandwiches, and much more. I don't know about you, but a gooey mac and cheese pizza with a size of cheesy mozzarella sticks and watching sports sounds like paradise to me. Stop by at one of our 12 locations near you. We're open 7 days a week, anywhere from 10:30 a.m. to midnight. Visit our website, Moretti'sRestaurants.com, for delivery, catering, and even private parties. Moretti's, we bring the fun.
Did you know that Club New in Aurora is the ultimate entertainment complex? Monday nights, it's free football and darts in the sports bar. Tuesday night is league night. Join the pool and darts team. Wednesday night is ladies' night at Club New. All the ladies get in free. Gentlemen pay a $5 cover after 9 p.m. Thursday night starts the weekend off right with college flashback night. Low-priced drinks, retro music, and an awesome buffet. Friday and Saturday night, it's the hottest dance club in the suburbs. Club New Nightclub and Sports Bar is located at 2121 New York Street in Aurora.
You've tried the it places, but they leave you hungry with an empty wallet. That's where Gretel comes in. They got what you really want. Visit their chic, lounge-like gastropub and try one of Chicago's top burgers, the Gretel Griddle Burger. The house-made bun and garlic aioli set this one apart from the rest. And don't miss half-price oysters, 4 to 6, Monday through Thursday. With rotating drafts, craft cocktails, and portions that don't skimp. This is one of Logan Square's best-kept secrets. Monday through Thursday, 11 to midnight. Friday and Saturday, open till 1. 2833 West Armitage. Gretel, let's make this a night. Visit GretelChicago.com for menu and more.
I sound a little cocky, but I think we're legends in Chicago. We really are.
SportsTownChicago.com.
We're all looking to save $1 these days, right? Well, Pino's Domain is the perfect spot for pizza lovers with the $10 and under menu that'll make your taste buds and your wallet happy. Fried chicken sandwiches, just $6, and it's so good I had to start working there just to eat it every day. That's not all. Grab 2 large one-topping pizzas with extra cheesy goodness and a 2-liter soda for just $26.30. Plus, order online to get 5% off exclusive deals. Family owned and operated for 30 years, open 7 days a week, and until 1 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Check them out on the corner of North Main and Willoughby. Pino's on Main, your new
Oh my
favorite
God, I
pizza
need
place.
some Pookie's crack cake. Pookie's crack cakes.
Yeah, girl. You ain't never heard about the best crack cakes in Chicago?
They right there in the Bronzeville area, right at 105 East 47th Street.
They're moist, delicious, premium homemade cakes. Made fresh daily. One bite and you're addicted.
They got the caramel cake, butter pecan praline, and red velvet.
Ooh, and don't forget the strawberry lemonade and a chocolate Oreo dream.
They're open Wednesday through Saturdays, 11 to 6 p.m. Sundays, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And they're closed Mondays and Tuesdays.
Early arrival is highly recommended. First come, first serve. They give out tickets at 10 a.m.
Just mention you heard it right here on Real Girl Talk Radio, and you'll get a free butter cookie with your purchase.
Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Pookie's Crack Cakes.
Girl, where you going?
I gotta go get my crack cake.
Let's go.
Looking for a great bargain? Want to find cool collectibles? Need to get fresh fruit and vegetables for the family? Come on down to Swaparama. 3 great locations, 42nd and Ashland in Chicago, Melrose Park, and Alsa, with hundreds of indoor and outdoor vendors selling clothing, tools, electronics, and much, much more. Have stuff for sale? Become a Swaparama vendor and turn your hidden treasure into cash. Visit their website for market days, hours, and vendor information. Go to swap-o-rama.com. Swaparama, the first name in flea markets.
There's only one place to watch your favorite sports team and have mouth-watering pizza. Come on down to Moretti's Pizzeria, where you can get a pizza for half the price every Tuesday. Try out our delicious varieties of pizza, sandwiches, and much more. I don't know about you, but a gooey mac and cheese pizza with a size of cheesy mozzarella sticks and watching sports sounds like paradise to me. Stop by at one of our 12 locations near you. We're open 7 days a week, anywhere from 10:30 a.m. to midnight. Visit our website, morettisrestaurants.com, for delivery, catering, and even private parties. Moretti's, we bring the fun.
Get money for that old car sitting in your driveway today. No more insurance payments. No more playing taxi for your friends and your family. More room in your garage with Winning Auto Wrecker. Winning Auto Wrecker comes directly to you and takes that problem car away and off your hands. Call anytime, day or night at 888-555-0910. Or go to winningautorex.com and we will take that junk off your hands in no time. You win, we win with Winning Auto Wreckers.
He's right there. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. The last chance to order a beer. But we didn't come here to drink beer. We came here to win this ball game.
Chicago's so lucky.
SportsTownChicago.com.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Pizza at your house and you can get it at the store. Uh-oh, here we go. Chicagoland area. Little Caesars is heating up for the summer. Try our new Crazy Puffs, $3.99. Walk in or delivery. 7 days a week. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. filled with cheesy mozzarella pepperoni pizza sauce, buttery garlic flavored drizzle, Italian herb and Parmesan seasoning, deep dish Detroit style pizza $7.99, super cheesy bread $5.99, hot and ready combo $12.99, and for your daily deals, go to LitCaesars.com. Oh, Little Caesars, with our crazy puffs and cheesy dreams, you light up my soul with your pepperoni schemes. With every slice we share, with every moment we dare in this piece of love affair, so you didn't hear that just here. You don't want to miss out on these delicious deals. Visit your Chicagoland area Little Caesars today. Cheese, cheese, cheese.
Nobody does food better than our friends south of the border. If you're looking for delicious, authentic Mexican food in Chicagoland's backyard, check out the Topos restaurant. Try their quesadillas, burritos, or my favorite, the 3 taco combo with steak and extra chipotle salsa.
Muy caliente!
Even have breakfast for early risers. Topos is the highest rated Mexican restaurant in Naperville on Yelp. Once you try it, you'll understand why. Visit totoposnaperville.com for their menu, special offers, and online ordering on Grubhub. Pickup or delivery. Topos restaurant, open nightly until 8:30, closed on Sundays, located next to the Jewel on Aurora Avenue in Naperville. Experience fresh, homemade Mexican at the Topos restaurant.
I got an affordable family-owned restaurant for you that won't cost you an arm and a lamb. It's Goodies in River Grove. My Goodies order never changes. A gyros, not a gyro. Smother it in sauce and hot fries on the side for less than $9. If I'm really starved, I'll add a chicken kebab to my order. Looking for more? Try a juicy cheeseburger, Chicago-style hot dogs, or a toasty corned beef melt. I can walk in 7 days a week, dine with my family, or call 708-583-1700. Pick it up and enjoy it at home. Can't stop in? Not a problem. Goodies delivers through Grubhub, DoorDash, and Seamless. Goodies is located at Cumberland, Belmont, River Grove. Goodies, bringing authentic Greek food to the Chicago.
It's the summer of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. To reach peak summer mode, you need
need your summer coffee, like a smooth new s'mores frozen Dunkin' coffee, a refreshing butter pecan iced coffee, or a sweet coconut cream pie cold brew. What could be better than iced frozen coffee on a hot summer day? Nothing. Dunkin' Donuts has all your favorite flavors this summer. So come enjoy the summer of coffee and keep cool out there, kids. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Looking for a great bargain? Want to find cool collectibles? Need to get fresh fruit and vegetables for the family? Come on down to Swap-O-Rama. 3 great locations, 42nd and Ashland in Chicago, Melrose Park in Ulsa, with hundreds of indoor and outdoor vendors selling clothing, tools, electronics, and much, much more. Have stuff for sale? Become a Swap-O-Rama vendor and turn your hidden treasure into cash. Visit their website for market days, hours, and vendor information. Go to swap-o-rama.com. Swap-O-Rama, the first name in flea markets.
Welcome back here to Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com. Just having some technical difficulties that we were dealing with last week.
Stupid internet.
Stupid internet that we got going on, but that's okay because
Why is there lords over here?
What?
Oh, that's the outro that we do for day one, or last week. Everyone's 4 favorite songs.
Yeah, well, yeah, I understand.
I don't know why
that.
it's on the
I
desktop.
don't know why it's on the desktop though.
One of my newbies. But welcome back here on Blow the Whistle. We just recapped and graded out the Bears overall draft over the weekend. And now we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to recap again overall what happened on days 1 through 3 of the NFL draft. And let's start off with the biggest one that shocked all of us, where I had to go back and just watch because I thought it was kind of funny. And I felt bad where we cut off Andrew. Andrew was giving the spiel about Cam Ward, and we're like, hold on, there's a trade. And the Jacksonville Jaguars trade up to number 2 with the Cleveland Browns to take Travis Hunter, which I think was a bigger shock because, Browns general manager was all gushy-eyed over Travis Hunter saying he's a unicorn. And then you had him in your grasps, and you're like, hey, Jacksonville.
Especially with who they drafted in the 5th.
Yeah.
Right. Which I still don't hate that pick at 5.
No.
And think about it. Now you got him paired right alongside with Myles Garrett. That's that's a pretty nasty D line.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get it twisted. Like, Mason Graham will be a great compliment to Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
It'll be a beautiful thing to watch, unless you're in the AFC North.
Yeah.
Some problems now.
It's fun now, and then it'll just be
every quarterback in the AFC North went crap.
Yeah. I mean,
better start running.
First off, kudos to Andrew Berry for clearly playing up the. Yeah, we love him. Oh, we love Travis Hunter. We absolutely we think he is the essential piece in this. I mean, he played that to a perfect T. And
but once again, Andrew, let me put it to you this way. They got a fantastic haul for this.
That's what I'm getting. That's what I was getting to, is that Andrew Berry played this perfectly to say some sucker out there is gonna want this kid, and they're gonna give us a haul, and they got it.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars with first-year people said, "Oh, we need to make a splash."
Yeah.
How do we make a splash? Let's trade up everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff we could have really used, and go get this one kid who I think he's going to be special, but you're banking to say that now. That's part of your franchise.
He is the franchise.
Essentially, yes. With Trevor Lawrence, you're trying to say now, these are our franchise guys. We paid the quarterback. Now we've got the essential two-way weapon.
And just to confirm, so the Jaguars gave up their 5th pick, a 2nd round of which was 36th pick, a 4th round of this year's, and as well as a 1st round next year. And the Browns got in return they got the Browns number 2 pick, this year's 4th round pick, and this year's 6th round pick. So a nice haul for Cleveland, which that 1st round pick is probably going to be a high draft pick, where you now
Top
can
15?
draft 3 quarterbacks in the next 2 years
Yeah,
because
exactly.
that's what they did. They draft 2 of them this year.
Well, there was a funny meme going around that when they didn't take Shador in the first round, that somebody put a Browns hoodie on Drew Aller.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I was like, no!
Yeah.
No,
Anywhere but there now!
The best meme I saw was from the Family Guy episode where they're all putting their hands in, and then it's
I showed you that.
Yes.
And then the
Okay.
last one is Sheamus, the pirate, and then
Yeah.
it's Deshaun Watson like, no, you can get out of here.
Thank you.
My whole thing is, like, I like what the Browns did. I truly do. With all their picks, yes. Is it a head scratcher that you went out in the 3rd and got Dylan Gabriel, and then in the 5th you went out and got Shador Sanders? It's a little bit of a head scratcher, yeah, because we've been tossing this around, and let's be very honest. We all think poor Kenny Pickett is odd man out.
Yeah.
Because they love Joe Flacco in Cleveland for what he did 2 years ago.
He's a veteran. He knows what to do.
Gives you some veteran leadership.
Yep.
And then you let the 2 rooks battle it out to see who's going to be that guy for them this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
essentially.
it's just, but it was weird too. Like if you look at the faces of Stefanski and the general manager, it almost makes you wonder, like, was this an owner's decision? Be like, listen, let's just get this kid. Because that was the weirdest part for me. I was
If
like,
there ever was a moment where you could say that the owner was going to interfere for
the
a
love
pick,
of God, pick Shador.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because
we need to fill seats.
look, his fall from grace obviously is nothing new. We've seen this before. Obviously, we've never seen it to quite this level. But it's not new.
You had Will Levis 2 years ago.
Right. Well, but I mean,
Aaron Rodgers.
We've never seen from 1st to 5th.
No.
That is such a far fall. I mean, it's happened to some guys, but it's always like, oh, what did he do wrong? Like, the only one I can think of that might come close to this was Lael Collins. LSU tackle, played and started for the Cowboys, was projected a first-round pick. He doesn't go drafted because he was connected with knowing a woman who had been murdered. Never was a suspect, but he was questioned in that, and because of that, teams went and scattered to the wind.
Well, there's another one.
Wow, yes.
I mean, Tunsil.
But again, Tunsil still goes in the first round. There wasn't
That's
like that
true.
huge drop.
Right.
The drop for him, for Shador Sanders, going to the Browns, and again, it's not a bad pick for the Browns. You're still getting a guy who might be a quality quarterback, first-round talent in the 5th round. Who wouldn't want that, right? You look at the guys that have come out of those later drafts. Dak Prescott, not great, but good. Tom Brady, arguably the greatest of all time. Not saying he's there, but you never know.
Right.
And Brock Purdy, who's 7th round Mr. Relevant, about to get paid $50 million. So it's not
Maybe.
If they do that, I think the 49ers are a little screwed. But, that's just me. But that's for another time. But nevertheless, what the Browns did in this draft, I mean, getting the 2 quarterbacks, to me, that's the only thing that kind of like shakes and rocks the tree for
I like
them, if anything.
I like the 2 running backs.
The running backs are good.
You got Judkins in the 2nd. You got
Yeah.
Dylan Sampson in the 4th.
You've
and
got
then,
pound that rock with both of those guys. Like,
Well,
get it
and
off
you-
and go.
I think my favorite is the tight end from Bowling Green.
That's going to be great.
You never know with Sampson either.
That's true too. He had a
He's
lot of
injury-prone.
workload at Tennessee.
Right.
But it's a 1-2 punch for the running back. You got a tight end who can go out and catch a pass and play the slot.
Nick Chubb's about to become a Bear, just so you know.
Oh, probably.
He's still a free agent.
I had a hunch.
He's still a free
Because
agent.
that was my thought. I'm like, all right, you waited till the 7th round. I'm like, you're probably going to pick someone up in free agency.
Yeah.
I also thought, too, I'm like, Brees Hall was on the trade block, apparently.
Do
But
you
now
want
it's a
it?
little too late.
He was on the trade block, but they couldn't get the value they wanted for him, apparently.
Yeah, because they probably want a first-round draft pick.
I was
for
hearing
him.
a 2nd and a 4th.
No, still too much.
I wouldn't do that either. I'd only
I would listen at
2/3.
I would listen at a 3rd and a 4th.
Yeah, it's either 2/3 or a 3rd and a 4th. I would.
Now
do.
you're speaking my language.
Yes, but I mean, listen.
Now you are talking to me.
For the Cleveland Browns, they came out of this draft with good pieces. My only question is, Singer. I just mess his name up constantly. Yes, linebacker from UCLA. They took in the 2nd round. Solid guy. I like him. I don't know where he fits in with this whole thing.
That's
the thing. He's not an edge rusher. He's a middle linebacker at heart. And you've already got
I wanna-
Usu Komoro.
I want to talk about this.
One more thing.
About the Browns?
Andrew and I have already talked about the trade in general.
Yeah.
How long before Travis Hunter's on AEW wrestling?
A week. Yeah, I'm telling you, a week.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I love this.
It's got to be a week.
It's got to be a couple.
Dad, I need to borrow Travis.
I know exactly who he comes out with, too. Think about it. Who would he come out with?
Who would he come out with? My mind is like,
whose house?
Oh my God!
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
If he did that, that's not a bad move for. It's a win-win
for both.
Yeah, that's a great pop for them, and that's a great.
Swerve gets associated with Travis Hunter.
That's really, I like that a lot.
I would love to see that.
That'd
Now
be
watch,
awesome.
he gets hurt, and then and then the Browns.
Tony
No
just-
one gives him a bump. You get out of the ring the moment stuff goes down. You get out.
Browns are like, we really won this.
You know what would make it hilarious?
Amir will be there. He'll be like,
you know, it'd be hilarious.
What?
Like Amir's there, Tony's both there. They're
Yeah.
in the back. Someone goes to swing on him, and you just hear Tony in the back. No! You do not touch him.
Don't touch him.
Amir was like, we're shipping him away.
He's our golden
He's
boy.
not going to be here anymore.
I just that and I
I'm
want
gonna
to
make him vanish.
that and I want to see the head coach come out
I don't know why that broke me.
Liam Cohen's just like, oh no.
when they're the next
Duval.
the next time they're in Jacksonville doing a taping, I want Liam Cohen to come out and go Duval.
Why does he say it so creepy?
Because he's a creepy dude.
He's a weird
Like
looking.
he says it like he's saying it to
Not
like
only
the
that, like,
2-year-old.
it was also like the head, like Duval.
I know.
No, you got to tell it to the side.
Duval.
Like, don't say it like you're
He's
saying it
like,
to a 2-year-old. Like, how you doing, buddy? Like, what is wrong with you?
What
You want a candy?
I listen. For as much as I wanted to just slap the crap out of the Giants front office,
I halfway called it.
Taking Scattaboo though, I really like.
See, it's not a bad pick. I'm not saying it's a bad pick.
You
You got a
should've been
quality
a
running
fourth.
back. He should have been like a 5th or 6th rounder. I think he still would have been there.
I don't know. I mean,
I get it. It's a reach because running backs
There
started
was,
going.
can do a lot.
there was a
No, of course.
lot of people going Scattaboo, Scattaboo, Scattaboo.
I mean, him
Scattaboo.
with Tracy, it's a nice 1-2 punch because these are tough dudes, similar builds, similar styles.
Dable will
catch,
have
run.
fun with him.
Absolutely. No,
Yeah.
listen, you're talking about with whoever the quarterback's gonna be is gonna probably
It's
be
Russ.
Well, is it?
It's Russ.
Do we know that?
No,
Unlimited.
no. Tony Cutlets was the only one going. Damn it! When they drafted Jackson Dart.
I still think that we kind of talked about this on draft night. You have a chance now for the Giants to be able to say, look, if we want, we can just cut Jameis and just roll with Russ as our starter. And if things go south, we just plug in Jackson Dart and see what he can do.
It's gonna depend on what it looks like in OTAs.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Well, and through training
And
camp.
Jameis will head back to Cleveland, and then they'll have a six quarterback
Now their
room.
D line's looking pretty scary. Like, you're like 3 deep in edge rushers, which
I
Thibodeau. We
am-
talked about it on Thursday. Thibodeau's probably on the block.
Well, that's the thing is,
I don't think he is.
Do you run with
They
all
just
3?
I think they rotate.
They rotate.
Do you run with? That's the thinking I'm thinking of. Do you run with all 3 of them and say you have Thibodeau and
Brian Burns.
Carter as
No.
your down lineman, and then Burns is your stand-up?
Yeah.
Who's like, and you're basically saying we're gonna play with 3 defensive ends, rushing the quarterback. I mean, that's the New York sack exchange coming back. For the Giants at least. It's not for the Jets though. This is them like getting after it and saying, "Yo, we're coming."
I wouldn't be surprised if in year one, unless Abdul Carter shows that he's just head and shoulders above Thibodeau.
Yeah.
In year one, which I very highly doubt. No, I've never seen an edge rusher come in other than maybe T.J. Watt
Or JJ.
or
Yeah.
J.J. wasn't edge though; he was interior.
Well, no, he was a defensive end.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was
interior.
defensive end.
I'm gonna find
Well,
out.
he could play interior, but he was a defensive end.
They
when
moved
he got
him
drafted.
all over. You just never knew
Because
where
he was
he's
a
coming.
freak of nature. He was 6'6",
Him and Miles Garrett.
295.
Yeah,
They
him
was
and Miles Garrett.
They're insane. So,
To me, I see them 50-50.
year
Well,
one.
I mean, I love the fact that he was like, "Excuse me, Mr. Taylor, can I borrow your number?" And he's like, "Sorry, kid, you got to make your own legacy."
Lawrence.
Yeah,
I
Lawrence
saw
basically,
that.
LT basically said, like, "I'd love to give you the number, but you got to build your own name with your own number." So
Abdul asked for LT's number.
He did.
Yeah.
That's idiotic.
That
Go
was,
with 11. Or
that's
does he not want to be Micah? Is that what he's saying?
I think that maybe he wants to separate himself from that. I mean, if you want to.
Well, Thibodeau is 0.
Right.
Burns. Well, no, there's Burns 0. He was 0 in Carolina.
Yeah, I think Burns is 0.
Burns might be 0 actually.
Let's see.
Tibbs has 5.
5 is
5 is Thibodeau. So
you can do. I don't know. 9 would be cool.
Yeah,
If you want to do a
I
single
mean,
digit.
If he
number.
wore 4, I'd be happy.
4 would be cool too. I don't know who's
It's
got
my
4.
favorite number.
Also, shout out to my boy Tommy Fadone getting drafted late.
I was gonna
by
say
the Giants.
I like that pickup
Solid
for another
pickup.
tight end there.
Good depth.
I,
I mean,
like the Marcus Mbo pick too for the
Yeah?
Giants. That kid is a solid guard. I mean, who was he was playing tackle at Purdue because they were like, help. Somebody help Hudson Card, help.
We need at least one good player on the line.
But he is a fantastic guard. I graded him out as like a day 2 guy, and they got him in the 7th or the 5th round. That's a quality pickup.
Yeah.
There was, and I think you're going to see more and more. Listen, one of the guys that we talked a lot about didn't even get drafted as a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Kid from I'll mispronounce his name, so I don't.
Xavier Restrepo.
Restrepo?
Yeah.
You know who he signed with?
Shoot, yeah. Who did he sign with? I missed it.
Tennessee. He's going to go play football with his freaking quarterback.
Let me tell you about my best friend.
I literally
That's
looked at
right, I did
I
see
looked
that.
at Chelsea this morning and I went, that's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Having that
That is
connection
going to
will
be
be good.
something.
He's
He's Hunter Renfro.
Essentially.
Maybe a little quicker.
He got killed because his 40 time was like a 4.8.
Yeah, but then you see his highlights and he's running.
That's the thing.
He's running past dudes that have run 4.4s.
He's 5'11". He's
That's
203. He catches the ball. He's great for yards after the catch. And oh, by the way, you're pairing him with the guy he has great chemistry with. And a receiving class that, I mean, outside of Calvin Ridley, you're kind of going, like, I like Tyler Lockett,
What?
yes, but
Did you not hear Kim Ward?
yeah, I know.
Traylon Burks is the
yeah,
number
I
4
know.
wide receiver
Yeah.
All time.
in
Yeah.
NFL.
First round
All
pick
his-
can't even get on the field, can't stay on the field. So call me when you can actually be there.
Another thing. Oh,
Go ahead.
no, I was gonna bring up your boys. You were happier than a pig in poop. That
It was for 5 picks. I like them.
Falcons traded back into the first, getting James
Did they
Pierce
give
Jr.
away maybe a little too much to get James Pierce Jr.?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Maybe.
But and I'm not expecting anything crazy year 1.
Yeah.
But the year after that, if you're
adds to that defensive line that
Well,
was needed.
This was Raheem Morris, I think, being like, I need defense.
I need to fix.
I need help.
I need to fix my front
Because
7.
now that helps. I mean, that helps Judon a little bit.
Well,
now he can kind of.
Judon's gone.
Is he?
Yeah, he's gone. Remember?
Oh
He-
shoot!
yeah,
I
he
forgot
left.
that was a rental.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
you've got now
Kind of like Kyle Tucker.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
no, they made. Remember, they made trades and they've got cash consideration. They're filling up the piggy bank.
Exactly.
so hopefully, how's 150?
I got Kenny all excited. I said, "Hey, White Sox made a trade." He goes, "Who'd they trade for?" I said, "They got the Cubs workman." Damn it!
Here's Jed Hoyer just line up his pennies. Like, okay.
You got two pretty solid. I'm wondering if
two of the best defensive players I would say
I'm
in
wondering
the
if
SEC.
I'm you and I talked about this.
Yeah.
We're both wondering if they don't move Jalen into the middle.
I think
They
I think
do or they don't.
They do.
They do.
Because they
Oh.
don't need him as an edge rusher necessarily. You can keep him at linebacker and work him as like
EK had a good season last year.
Yeah, that's what I mean is that you have other edge rushers that can be more of that quality 250, 260 guy that can come off.
And you're going to need somebody to fill in the gaps now that Garrett's gone.
Yeah, and Jalen Walker can be like, for Atlanta fans out there if you remember Curtis Lofton, who used to play middle linebacker for them, I mean, probably one of the best they've had in years,
Yes.
other than like Michael Peterson maybe, and being the other guy that I can remember for Atlanta that was just like, side down the sideline, he's going to catch you.
Atlanta's never had great middle linebackers.
Not since Jesse Tuggle.
Yeah.
Probably that was the last
It's probably the great
top
one.
quality guy.
Yeah, and he's still like in the upper echelon of things.
Yeah.
He was solid, but he was never like elite.
Walker played mainly edge over at Georgia, right? Or
They asked him to play a lot more edge because Mikel Williams was getting hurt, so they wanted to switch him around. Look, he's got a wicked first step, but he's not a pure edge rusher. He's a guy who, in a 3-4 defense, you can play him as the outside linebacker, but you can also drop him back into coverage to take on the tight end or the middle
sideline to sideline. He can chase down running backs.
He gives you a lot of different areas to work with. I like that.
He's a quality middle linebacker, I think, off-ball guy that you can work with.
Yeah, there was absolutely nothing sexy about Atlanta's picks this year.
No. But the quality that you get from having them, and obviously, yes, you gave up a lot for James Pierce. That was one of my knocks, but I think he's pro-ready. Even at 245, I think he can be the next Jared Verse.
Well, they'll probably put a good 10 on him.
Exactly. You get him to 255, still good playing weight. 260 even, still good playing weight. He's got a thin frame. That's all that's killing him.
By the way, our boy did not get drafted. Or 464 pounds.
No, he did sign with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, buddy. Good for you.
He's got the heaviest defensive tackle.
He's gonna back up Vita.
No, he's gonna play with Vita. That's over 800 pounds of man up front.
Could you imagine first and second downs, those two right beside each other? Where are you going to go?
Tush push all you want. Bring it on. Get past this.
He's the key to the tush push.
He probably might
He's
be.
He's going to stop it.
Oh, that's
He probably
so,
might be.
I love it.
I mean,
I'm so glad he went on a team.
Is there anybody that outright you feel like, well, of course. Let's talk about this for a second. Chiefs? Are you freaking kidding me?
The Chiefs do. First off, I love their two picks at the very start of it. Josh Simmons is a great pickup.
Josh Simmons probably the best offensive lineman in the draft.
But now remind you,
Period.
he did have wasn't a season-ending injury.
He
late
did
in
have
the
a
season,
season-ending injury against Oregon.
But I mean, I'm still one of the best tackles in this class.
Formatively, when you look at his body of work, he classes out as one of the best. As far as pass pro, run block, he can do it all. He's got the measurables. He's got the size.
I hate the Chiefs so much.
Well, remind you, they did lose a lot on the offensive line.
Well, that's the thing but you've got a guy for the future if he's not ready now.
It just pisses me off that they sat there and just waited.
Well,
and
the
guy
they made a little trade. They made
what
the trade
are you
with
flexing for? Oh my God! Oh, the meatballs.
Put the jewel down, okay?
The meatballs are out.
Put the jewel down.
The meatballs are out.
There's a lot of sauce out there.
Are you coming in?
They aren't even going to win their division. We're going to the Super Bowl.
David did say he has the Bears second in division.
Second. They'll make the playoffs.
I think so.
Oh, they should.
Okay.
They should. They should.
They should.
If you want to jump in the conversation, get in here.
Here, I'll open up.
It's like talking to Ruth through the window. Why does everyone want to try to talk through the window?
Get in here. We'll go a little long with this. I don't care.
Yeah, screw it.
We're having fun. We're having fun talking.
You cussed the last time. No cussing.
What's your favorite pick
from the Bears?
From the Bears.
Luther.
All right.
The wide receiver.
Fair enough.
Why?
It's a good one. Just because I think what I'm noticing with Ben Johnson, he's gonna open the playbook that much more, right? We didn't need Loveland. Did not need him, but they got him. Why?
Yeah, he's running 12 personnel, so now you got two solid
so
tight
it's
ends
a different
to work
look.
with.
So now the defense has to be like, oh crap, are they going to go to him? Or are they going to go to him? Look at Luther. Most of his the only thing character is the issue. The other thing is that most of his yards that he received were gadget plays.
You throw him the ball, you'll be fine. He's going. I will call this right now. After 2 years, he will be a better wide receiver in the NFL than Golden.
Okay.
I think he's a better wide receiver than Golden even from the get-go. But I mean, think about it too. Rondell L is your wide receivers coach. He will put belt to ass.
Antoine Randall
L. I've heard people say Rondell L.
It's Randall L.
Randall L.
All I'm saying is
I grew up watching him. It's Randall L.
There's just more. There's more tools. There's more weapons. Exactly. And Ben Johnson is known to come up with these crazy plays.
Andrew, tell him who he should be excited for.
I said it should be Zay Frazier, the cornerback they got from UTSA.
Okay.
In the 6th round.
Cool.
Very athletic.
I mean, I'm just listen.
He led in the FBS in interceptions.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
13.
He's a ball
6'3",
hawk.
186.
Ball hawk.
Can be your future safety if you want. So I'm just saying.
Put him
I
back
know-
there with
listen,
Brisker.
I understand it's not a sexy pick, if you will, but I'm saying that it's one that I think you and other Bears fans can look forward to, and saying that he's a guy that can grow within the defense.
This is
And a defensive tackle. Who is he?
Sherman.
That dude,
Turner.
okay, that was also one of my favorites.
He's played every position on the line.
That dude looks like beast. That's the guy that hit the other dude in the goods, right?
Yeah. I played that audio for Rami.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of that crazy stint.
So
to
I like
himself,
that.
so.
I like that.
In his like opening presser, like
You
as
did
soon
a
as they drafted.
crotch punch?
Oh
Yeah.
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 Well, because some dude was pretty much teabagging him, and it was like right
It was
there, and he
all
just
over
went,
Twitter.
"Oh,"
Yeah.
and you hear the
I-
announcers go, "Oh!"
He's
It was
right in the
awesome.
groin.
He was kind of the
That was awesome.
Ndamukong Suh for Texas A&M.
That was awesome.
I love it.
I'll
So.
tell you who you should be excited for. Your 7th round pick. That running back from
From
Rutgers
Manungai.
is a dude.
He's a Manungai.
I mean,
I think
cool. Show me. You know what I mean? Like,
when you're graded out, your comparison is Pacheco potentially. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
he was
it's
the
just-
last. Pacheco was the
This
last.
is the thing. This is the thing. I've done this draft and I get all hyped. I've been doing it probably for 41
You got a
years.
reason to this year.
I do, but just like what was it 2 years ago? Travis Scott, right? The guy from Cincinnati.
Are you talking about the
Maybe
rapper
not.
from Houston?
Feed.
No, Scott. Maybe Scott. His last name's Scott. Anyways,
Tyler Scott.
Tyler Scott.
Yeah.
Looked
From
awesome.
Cincinnati,
I
yeah.
watched his highlight. I was like, oh, we're gonna take the top off. This is our. I didn't see him last year. Did you see him?
No, yeah.
Once
I didn't
again,
see him.
once
He's special
again,
teams mostly.
let me be very real with you. It was not a personnel problem last year, at all.
The line sucked, but we shored that up.
No, it was not a personnel problem at all. You had the talent on the line. It was coaching.
Oh, absolutely. I'll agree with that.
Mix of both.
That's
Yeah.
it was coaching.
I still say the guys on that line. The offensive line.
I think if you have
you
this,
had a guy that played center for 2 days as your starting center.
listen, if you
Facts.
had the guys that you had last year
Yeah.
with this coaching staff,
It'd still be better, yeah.
it would be leaps and bounds better than it was.
And now
last
you
year.
already upgraded, and it's going to be even
Yeah,
more
we
leaps and
upgraded-
bounders up better.
The one thing that every Bears fan has been pounding the table about was the line, the offensive line.
They did.
And we finally upgraded. Now
Do you want to
it's like,
tell
cool.
them? You want to tell them what you think's going to happen on that offensive
What's
line,
going
Andrew?
to happen? What
I like this.
Well, I don't know because look, I think the Tupelo kid from Boston College, the tackle they took, it's a bit of a
6'8".
reach. The 6'8"
6'8",
kid they
300
took in the
pounds.
second round, he's a bit of a reach. But if he does pan out, put him at right tackle, bump Darnell right to his natural position of left tackle, and then Braxton Jones becomes kind of your switch man.
Yeah, cool.
And that's the thing.
Well,
I
what I'm
forgot
saying
he
is
played
that
left tackle mostly.
our guards and our center are solid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
You
Solid.
hope.
as of right
which
now,
we
On
could
paper.
not say last year. Which we could not say last year.
On paper, they're solid.
I'll give you that because we got.
It's going to take a couple games for those guys to gel.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying we're gonna come out the gate and we're just gonna like destroy every. I'm not that Bears fan. I just.
You're not Frankie.
I'm not that.
No.
we coaxed him and got him to temper his expectations.
Yeah.
He was so mad about the Loveland pick.
He was very upset.
He was.
You
so,
wanted Genty?
No, he wanted.
He wanted a
offensive
tackle.
but Membu was gone. Campbell was gone.
By the way,
Kellen Banks Jr. was picked right before.
Yes.
you and I haven't
Do you
talked.
think the Bears got sniped? Is that why they kept like?
Sniped.
Yeah.
Yeah, with their
Every time they wanted to draft a running back.
for the running backs?
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
And they kept like,
You could
oh,
hear
we're
it
gonna
in
go
Ryan
back. We're gonna
Poles'
go back.
response to that question. Like he kind of admitted that like, yeah, we kind of got duped because they were picking a running back right before us.
Of course.
But
Oh, all right.
I mean, again, Manungai, for the value at 7th round, I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. I think overall, I would give the draft like a B.
No
And
one's talking about this. Hard Knocks last year, the free agent rookie that got hurt in like the next to last game, who was really starting to show potential.
Yes, I know he's the really smart kid. He's
Harvard.
Gonna be like, yeah. He's gonna be a rocket
And
scientist or whatever.
he screwed up his knee.
Yeah,
right?
he tore his
Yeah.
he tore his
He was
ACL.
I liked him.
Everyone
I liked
fell in
him
love
to
with
fit
him.
that.
Yeah.
I liked him over Travis Homer. Shoot, what was his name?
That's you got a computer, bro.
Yeah.
I think
man.
What did I look up?
I think he might be in the talks.
Just Hard Knocks, torn knee,
Smart
or whatever.
guy.
Smart guy.
But I think he had to get surgery, he had to get rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he should be back this year.
Hopefully, Hopefully, we'll see. I don't know. All I'm saying.
Who do you think Hard Knocks picks?
Ooh.
Please, baby, the Browns.
Ian Wheeler.
That's it. Yes.
Yep.
The Jets. They're kind of interesting.
No.
I want the
They
Browns.
probably already did it.
They've already done Jets and Browns.
I don't care. I want to see
Hear
what
me out.
happens with this nonsense.
Do another division. Bring it to the NFC North. You got 4 possible playoff teams.
That could be the in-season one.
Well, that's what I want. The in-season one. The off-season?
We're talking training camp.
I can see the Titans. I can
That
see
might
them
be
do that.
interesting.
That might be
That might be a good one. Because they're kind of coming out of nowhere.
Jaguars might be on that list too.
With Travis.
Of course, because he's going to be the
Before or after he gets put through a table.
Washington.
Washington might be one.
would be a good one.
By the way, congratulations to the Commanders. Gonna build on top of
$4 billion.
RFK.
Oh yeah.
$4 billion.
Jenks is so happy.
Yeah, I saw his tweet. He was thrilled by
The
it.
Chicago,
Okay,
come on, man, get it done.
That's what I'm saying.
Figure it out.
If they can get this done in D.C.,
This
there is
zoning
no
sucks.
reason you cannot pick a damn site. We all know it's going to be Arlington. Just say Arlington.
But that's not the issue. The issue is that Arlington isn't coming to the table, and they're like trying to fleece the Bears and get all this money.
They've started to come to an agreement.
Yeah, start. But like to your point, like just get it done. They can't because
Why shouldn't they fleece the Bears?
Because these suckers are because that's ridiculous, man. Are you kidding me?
Look at every team that has built a stadium in the last 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
It very rarely affects the community.
True. Well, I don't know.
And that's where the Bears are different. Well, you guys should be paying for some. No.
Yeah, but you got to understand too that there's other things that are gonna that's what Arlington was saying because of the roads and things of that nature. That would have to be rebuilt, and who's gonna pay for it?
Take the effing train.
Okay, tell that to
all the cities.
The train
I live in the
goes
city.
right
I would
there.
much rather just take the metro out there.
Yeah.
If I can have a parking lot to tailgate, for God's sake, and a really cool stadium, and it's easy access because it sucks to get to Soldier Field, and that's where they're going to build the new stadium if they put it over there. It sucks.
Okay.
I don't know why everyone hates it. Just go to Arlington. I can have a
Here's the
sports
thing, though.
book and a casino.
You can't just take the train if you live in Downers Grove or Naperville. You can't take it to Arlington Heights.
You'll have a parking lot. You're still not going to have a parking lot lakefront.
The point being
You
is that
take
you
it
can't,
to the train station and take the train to the stadium.
From Downers Grove to Arlington Heights, there's a train. What train goes?
You can
from
find
there?
one.
No, you can't. You'd have to go
Well,
all the way to
there-
the city.
There is a specific line, but you'll have to take a train to downtown and then get back
Yeah,
to
and
one.
then what?
A parking lot. You can't take the train
I'm
to
okay
Soldier
with
Field.
Arlington Heights.
You can't take the train to
I'm
Lakefront.
okay with Arlington Heights. I want Arlington
why
Heights.
are we
to be it.
arguing?
I'm arguing because Dave is like, well, why can't they just get the deal done?
Get it
and
done.
it's like,
well, yeah, just get it done.
Exactly, get it done. But there's always somebody who's like, no, I want more money.
Yeah, it's Kevin Warren.
Yeah, it could be Kevin.
I think it's Kevin Warren just being like, well, what
He
can I
would-
get from either side if I keep playing this
Yeah,
game?
he is a businessman, but
He,
it's like, dude,
he was so
you'll make it up
unimpressive with
afterwards.
his talks with the draftees.
Well, he's very hands off, I think, with the players.
He's very.
I think this is all Poles and Johnson.
Johnson
coming
was stoked.
Yeah.
There's no way
We're
that
cooking with grease, baby.
there's no way that they could do a stadium in Chicago. That's what else I don't understand.
That-
Because
not with Friends of the Parks.
No
And
way.
the park district in and of itself
And then
is going to needle them.
Do you,
left
do you
and
know
right.
where? You know what needs to go? Where Soldier Field is right now?
What?
White Sox.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm being dead
they
serious
got
when I
enough
say
seats.
that too.
They got enough seats to go there. Yeah, they should just
Open that up. You have that. It could be a panoramic view like PNC Park, like
that would be dope.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I would take
having the wind coming off that sucker
I said,
too.
why the hell, when they built rate field or guaranteed rate at the time, why the hell did they have the
You mean
outfield
US Cellular?
go? Oh yeah, US Cellular. God, that was.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't-
that's when they did the
That's the
renovations.
actual original name.
That's what I remember it as.
Comiskey, yes.
But
the cell.
they why did they have the outfield facing the lake? You got no good
You
view.
know why?
Why?
Please,
Because they
Dustin.
built it backwards.
Yeah.
They built it
purposely
wrong. No, not purposely.
No,
like
it was-
they literally didn't build it the way it was supposed to be built.
They took the blueprints and they're like,
essentially,
Yeah.
no. Essentially, that's what
Seriously,
happened.
look at us.
guys, we screwed up.
Was they went,
Look it up.
oh, we started building. We were supposed to start here, but we actually, well, what do we do? We can't tear it. Let's just keep going.
That's
like
so
that's
funny.
how it happened.
Literally.
That's hilarious.
And there's something too. There's
Welcome to
there's
being
a
a White
post
Sox
or
fan.
something at guaranteed rate where it's like that's actually why is that post there? Oh yeah, because they built it wrong.
Yeah,
like literally.
if you want, that's like another defining piece on like why are the White Sox having so much trouble? Like why is Reinsdorf such a terrible? You want more proof? There's more proof
Yeah.
right there for you for the history.
Cheap.
And I
The
just,
disappointing sandwich just being
you
built.
ready to switch yet, man?
I can't.
I can't. You can. You're
just take a-
choosing not to.
I changed my socks.
Yeah.
I like the Red Sox.
Okay, that's a good
I
one.
can't be a Cubs fan. I can't.
You don't.
I
I'm
just-
not saying be a
No
Cubs
way.
fan. I'm just saying like you don't
Ask
have to just
Andrew-
keep being a White Sox
Ask
fan.
Andrew who he's a fan of.
Yeah,
He changed like 3 times.
I went to the.
Although
Pirates,
every
so-
time,
Wait,
every
Pirates?
time,
they stink. Yeah.
every time he
What the
picks,
hell?
every
I mean,
time he
that's a
picks a
cool-
new
cool
team,
stadium.
they
Yeah.
suck.
I know.
He picked the Orioles and then the Blue Jays. They
Hey,
both suck.
Pick the
I'm
Phillies.
in the transfer portal for baseball fans. Okay, I'm trying to figure out
I'm in
my
the transfer
team.
portal for
Yeah,
NBA.
I don't
I
mind the
need
Reds
somebody to
either.
grasp me.
The Reds are a good one.
I kind of lean, but then like I also like I do like the Cardinals, but then everyone's like you just like them because you're not a Cubs fan.
Hey,
They suck.
Hey,
No.
come to Philadelphia, baby. It's
not
it's
winning
it's
team.
warm.
They're not
It's
No,
warm and
Andrew,
it's
you go to
cozy.
Philadelphia and then he can stop
By
talking
the
about
way,
Phillies.
whoever decided, I swear to God, I hope this is the manager. Whoever decided, hey, you know what? Trey Turner's a way better leadoff hitter than Kyle Schwarber is a genius.
Who would have thunk?
Schwarb's actually hitting like 350 right now.
Yeah, I got him on a fantasy team. He's doing awesome. He's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna talk baseball after NBA when we
Yeah,
come back.
for
though.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the invite, guys.
Oh,
Appreciate
no,
it.
no problem at all.
Go
Cussing.
Bears.
Hey,
and don't forget
plug.
to check out
There you go.
the
Claw.
fake football guys.
Claw it. Here you go. Now leave. Get
No,
out.
he let him.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, check out my YouTube channel, Fake Football Guys. Me and my partner JC will break down your fantasy season all year long. And
Definitely check out Dustin
Yeah,
on
I'm
that
pretty-
show.
I'm funny.
Dustin's awesome.
But yeah, it's a good time. So
And just remember
check us
who's
out.
the
Fake
champion
Football
of
Guys. Look it up on YouTube. Hit us up on the Gram, X, all the major ones, except for Facebook because Facebook sucks. No, just kidding. Anyways,
Isn't that where you guys go live on?
Dustin Ligaman's opinions are his and his alone.
That's right.
You should listen to people who wear the belt. Actually,
You should. You should. I have my belt too.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
That
Listen
wraps
to two
up.
champions here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll help you.
All right, that wraps up our NFL draft talk. Coming up next, obviously there was NBA playoffs that happened over the weekend, boys, and we're gonna recap and talk about that here next on Blow the Whistle on SportsSoundChicago.com.
I sound a little cocky, but I think we're legends in Chicago. We really are.
SportsTownChicago.com.
We're all looking to save $1 these days, right? Well, Pino's Domain is the perfect spot for pizza lovers with the $10 and under menu that'll make your taste buds and your wallet happy. Fried chicken sandwiches, just $6, and it's so good I had to start working there just to eat it every day. That's not all. Grab 2 large one-topping pizzas with extra cheesy goodness and a 2-liter soda for just $26.30. Plus, order online to get 5% off exclusive deals. Family owned and operated for 30 years, open 7 days a week, and until 1 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Check them out on the corner of North Main and Willoughby. Pino's on Main, your new
Oh my
favorite
God, I
pizza
need
place.
some Pookie's crack cake. Pookie's crack cakes.
Yeah, girl. You ain't never heard about the best crack cakes in Chicago?
They right there in the Bronzeville area, right at 105 East 47th Street.
They're moist, delicious, premium homemade cakes made fresh daily. One bite and you're addicted.
They got the caramel cake, butter pecan praline, and red velvet.
Ooh, and don't forget the strawberry lemonade and a chocolate Oreo dream.
They're open Wednesday through Saturdays, 11 to 6 p.m. Sundays, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And they're closed Mondays and Tuesdays.
Early arrival is highly recommended. First come, first serve. They give out tickets at 10 a.m.
Just mention you heard it right here on Real Girl Talk Radio, and you'll get a free butter cookie with your purchase.
Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Pookie's Crack Cakes.
Girl, where you going?
I gotta go get my crack cake.
Let's go.
Looking for a great bargain? Want to find cool collectibles? Need to get fresh fruit and vegetables for the family? Come on down to Swaparama. 3 great locations, 42nd and Ashland in Chicago, Melrose Park, and Alsa, with hundreds of indoor and outdoor vendors selling clothing, tools, electronics, and much, much more. Have stuff for sale? Become a Swaparama vendor and turn your hidden treasure into cash. Visit their website for market days, hours, and vendor information. Go to swap-o-rama.com. Swaparama, the first name in flea markets.
There's only one place to watch your favorite sports team and have mouth-watering pizza. Come on down to Moretti's Pizzeria, where you can get a pizza for half the price every Tuesday. Try out our delicious varieties of pizza, sandwiches, and much more. I don't know about you, but a gooey mac and cheese pizza with a size of cheesy mozzarella sticks and watching sports sounds like paradise to me. Stop by at one of our 12 locations near you. We're open 7 days a week, anywhere from 10:30 a.m. to midnight. Visit our website, morettisrestaurants.com, for delivery, catering, and even private parties. Moretti's, we bring the fun.
Get money for that old car sitting in your driveway today. No more insurance payments. No more playing taxi for your friends and your family. More room in your garage with Winning Auto Wrecker. Winning Auto Wrecker comes directly to you and takes that problem car away and off your hands. Call anytime, day or night at 888-555-0910. Or go to winningautorex.com and we will take that junk off your hands in no time. You win, we win with Winning Auto Wreckers.
Welcome back.
Drop me a beat, someone. Welcome back to Blow the Whistle here on SportsSouthChicago.com on YouTube.
Dude,
we are.
First off, can we just go through the quarterbacks, all the quarterbacks that got drafted real quick before we get into NBA?
Yes, absolutely, my friend. Let me go through them real quick. So obviously, you had Cam Moore that got drafted first overall.
Yep.
You had Jackson Dart that got drafted in the first round as well.
Don't care about any of those.
Okay, you want to talk about Tyler Shuck that got drafted by the Saints?
What the hell are the Saints doing?
They're smoking a lot of.
Everybody
God knows
talks so
what.
nice about him. He's got to be a great guy. Let's take him with the second round draft.
When your comp is Will Levis, you should not be drafted.
For those of you guys, he was in the same high school class as Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields.
Yep.
Was Justin Herbert's backup.
That's the one that killed me. You were Justin Herbert's backup in Oregon.
There was one other thing that I saw too. I forgot what it was.
Years.
He's also like 28 or whatever.
No, he'll
26.
turn 26. He'll turn 26 in December.
Oh, so 45.
26.
Okay, so.
Yeah, he's
First off,
older than
change
Brock
the spelling of
Purdy.
your last name, damn it.
You're about to get throat chopped.
Why?
You're ageisming right now.
I'm ageisming.
Ageism.
You're a height supremacist.
No, I'm not.
Sometimes.
No.
Jalen Milroe.
I'm not anything.
Actually, I
I
had
don't know,
your
he was
back.
complaining about his legs dangling.
I'm the
like,
minority
do
of
this.
this
I
show.
had your back the other day.
What?
Someone said the M word
Who?
on Instagram, and I was like, ooh, and I put in there, that is not a good word to be saying. Don't make my boy come after
Good
you.
job, buddy. I'm sorry if I offended your age.
I mean, I'm 48. I've got a really bad
Okay.
ankle right now.
But that's not even from age. That's
I
just
mean-
from you getting stomped on by a
Yeah,
dude.
that's fair.
So
I did really good. I didn't have a heart attack.
That's good. I mean, no, you survived. It's just that last game that you should have just been like, I'm gonna take this one off.
I played free safety, and they threw a pass because they didn't think I could move that fast, and I could move that fast.
So
and
here's-
it shocked them. But anyway.
Explain to me how the hell Graham Mertz got drafted. That is my thing.
Eeny,
He got beat
meeny,
out by a
miny, mo.
freshman.
Catch
But like, come on, like,
who
I
drafted
would've
Graham
picked
Mertz?
Texans.
I would have picked Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers, not the
Actually,
greatest.
I really like where Quinn ended up.
No, I do too.
really like where Quinn ended up.
Yeah,
Miami might be the best place for Quinn Ewers.
I mean,
I liked him over there.
Houston would have been the best option for him because, one, he'd basically be going home because he's from Lake Carroll. So Lake Carroll's right there by Houston.
But at the same time, they don't run the offense that I think lends itself to a quarterback who has head issues. And I'm not talking concussions because that obviously isn't Miami.
Yeah, right.
I'm talking about a guy who has struggled with his confidence when it comes to dealing with pressure.
No.
Yeah.
You are in a system where it's quick release, quick release, quick release, quick release. I will almost bet he's the number 2 guy in that by next year.
I think he's the number 2 even if he did go to Houston. I mean, no matter what. Even
Well, yeah,
if
he's
you-
got over at Miami. You got Zach Wilson. He'll outperform Zach.
You
Wilson.
think he'll outperform Zach in that offense?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think so.
I think he's more accurate than Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
So I think by that note, I think he can outperform him. It's just a matter of, can you get the ball out quickly? He can. Can you get the ball out to your receivers? I think he can.
Okay.
It's just a matter of, can the Miami Dolphins protect their quarterback? I don't know if they can or not.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. These are the 2 that I like the most, though.
Okay.
Cal McCord to the Eagles. Holy crap, yes.
Doesn't really do anything for me.
It does for me. I think you now can get rid of Marcus Mariota.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's over there. I thought he was. Oh
he's
no,
the backup.
No, he's the
Commanders
backup.
before. That's right.
So
yeah,
I have no respect for anyone who ever quits on a team ever, and he did. Just so happened that it was my team. And 2, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, I really like Will Howard to the Steelers.
That was a good one.
I really like Will Howard to the Steelers.
it's a good spot for him.
I didn't realize that he was from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a PA kid. Yeah.
No wonder he beat the crap out of Penn State. Penn State didn't offer him a scholarship.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
None of the big time schools offered him anything.
Him and
That's why he
Pittsburgh
went to
both
Kansas
ignored
State.
him. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that
And
makes
he
sense.
ends up being a champion. And I honestly, yeah, the Kyle McCord one. I mean, we saw what quarterback he was at Syracuse. Great for him. And all
His
that stuff.
comp is Kirk Cousins.
Will Howard?
No.
Kyle McCord.
Kyle McCord. I would jump the moment somebody goes, his comp's Kirk Cousins. Yes, please. I'm sorry.
That's not terrible.
You may not make it to a Super Bowl, but you'll have a lot of winning seasons with a dude like that.
Might not do good playing at night, but
no,
Sunday night.
Right.
And I think Kyle McCord proved when he transferred to Syracuse that it wasn't him.
I just think he's going to be like Kenny Pickett is. I
think
see
he's
a lot of him.
I think he's way better than Kenny Pickett.
I think Will Howard to the Steelers
Kenny
though.
Pickett got way too hyped.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know where. Look, at the end of the day, those later round quarterbacks, they could be hit or miss at this point. I mean, you got Riley Leonard going to the Colts, which could be the worst quarterback class of them all.
You mean quarterback room?
Quarterback room.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at that one, because I don't.
Could he start?
No.
Could he start for the Indianapolis Colts?
No. Could he make a start? Sure, at some point.
I said
yes.
at least. I think at least second string.
Could he win the starting job? I don't even know if he can win the backup job.
He can throw an out route. That's way better than at least one of those quarterbacks.
He's good at throwing out route in college. He can't. Can he do it in the pros?
He's solid with his legs.
No.
So play wide receiver then.
No.
Play tight end.
No.
Oh, sorry, they already got a tight end.
Let's be real here. He can actually throw an out route. One of those quarterbacks in that room right now cannot.
No, he can throw.
I don't know if any of them can, honestly.
Well, I know at least one can't, and then he quits on the team. So, see you later.
I just think that
I would have fired him so fast.
Look, there's only one guy in the late round that I actually like as far as a quarterback right now, and that's because I think he has maybe a chance to be something special, and that's because the team is kind of in desperation mode for a backup, and that's the Raiders pick of Cam Miller. Yeah. I like his athleticism. I like his
From
arm.
South Dakota State?
North Dakota State.
Is it North Dakota? I thought it was South Dakota. Are you sure?
I'm reading it right
South
now.
Dakota State's kid he went to the transfer.
North Dakota State.
Gronowski transferred.
Did he really?
Yeah, he transferred.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did.
Yeah. Now, Cam Miller going to the Raiders, I think, is going to be a surprise
I
pick.
don't know if I watched him, though.
What do you think of Curtis Rourke to?
I actually really like that, too.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't hate it.
You know those connect the dots kind of thing where it's like connect the red line to the red dot. Like it's like okay, easy matchup.
How long before they look at him and go, "You want to be a fullback?"
Rourke?
I mean, they may have some plays designed for it. Listen, if there ever was like a consensus pick for that, it was either going to be Kyle McCord, Will Howard, Riley Leonard, or Curtis Rourke going to the somebody was going to take 49ers were going to take one of those 4 guys.
Yeah.
Because they all do similar things. They can move around, throw the ball accurately. Like it was just a matter of who did they feel like they were going to take. And Rourke, obviously, they felt is the best guy.
I was intrigued of Seattle getting Milroe in the 3rd round.
Love that.
That's a 2 to 4 year plan.
Did you hear the interview, by the way, too, of what he had to say? Apparently, no, it wasn't that. So there was somebody who was reporting basically what one of the scouts said they had when he was talking to him, and they said, "What are your faults and the things you need to work on?" And he basically is like, "How much time do you got?" And proceeded to list off everything that he needed to work on and what he's doing to work on it. And then the scout said, "Are you worried that me asking you this is going to be a problem and possibly drop you in the draft?" And he goes, "You're watching the film. You know if I've got faults or not. You can see it. So why am I going to sit here and lie to you and say I've got no problems whatsoever?"
Accountability.
Exactly.
I like that.
I love that. And that's why I think, I don't know if it was Seattle that did that with him or not. I love that. And it makes me wonder, did Shador possibly get asked that question and go, "Nah, I think I'm pretty good"?
Well, what I heard about Shador's interview, at least with the Giants,
yes,
Dable
he couldn't do the install package.
No,
he
and
wouldn't
Dable
pay
called
attention.
Dable called him out on it, and
He got offended. He got upset.
yeah,
Dude, if you're gonna show that kind of stuff and you get rocked that easily, how are you gonna handle being a first-round draft pick?
Yeah,
in New York, pressure's on you constantly.
And we've all sat here and said, like, we all truly do believe that it's a combination of a multitude of things.
It could be a whole bunch of different stuff for why they didn't draft him.
Coaches and upper management don't want to deal with Dion, don't want to deal with the pressure of if Shador doesn't work out, we'll just go and get Dion as our next head coach, and he can come in here and coach up his kid because he did a damn good job of it in Colorado. There's the talk, the whispers that Shador's just like, I'm Shador Sanders. I don't need to know this stuff.
I mean, listen, maybe he doesn't have an ego, and maybe that's just the whispers and rumors that are flying around because people are drawing them in. But I'm sorry, when you're doing this on camera and you're flexing the wrist and stuff, you're doing all that extra. Like, when those rumors start up, that's what people are going to think about.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, you might have painted yourself into a corner that unfortunately you can't get out of.
That's where I want to.
I'd love to see him in the UFL for a couple seasons.
Dude, that's what somebody was saying, was that if he wanted to be the guy that just like could rock the world, you and Dion go to the UFL and just basically make that a staple. Because who's not going to watch then?
Right.
Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be most watched TV.
Right.
But like, when did the USFL have its best numbers? When they caught Herschel Walker.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
right.
mean, that's what we get the stars in the league. You want the league to grow. That's how you do it. So, I don't know. Look, if he gets cut by the NFL, if I'm The Rock, I'm calling Shador Sanders and Dion and being like, guys, we could make something happen here.
I doubt they'll be released, but obviously, there's got to be video footage of these interviews because scouts look at that.
I mean, yeah, they have.
If they get released, that's where I want to see. Like, okay, how much of this stuff that's going around true of how he interviewed and stuff like that? That's where that's where I'm really curious. But then, do you think Dion's paying them not to release this footage?
I mean, I don't know if he's paying them, but I'm curious.
I'll be very honest
to see.
I'll be very honest with you. I'm kind of shocked the Cowboys didn't pick him.
Yeah,
as a backup.
Seriously,
I'm surprised they didn't get a quarterback at all.
Cowboys.
Just
listen,
anyone.
Cowboys.
Dak's unbreakable.
Oh yeah.
Listen, the
Like a
fact
Kit Kat.
the fact that Cowboys didn't even draft a wide receiver is why I put them as a loser in one of my categories. I mean, I get it that the kid has the allegations against him, but Isaiah Bond is sitting there in the 7th round and the 6th round, and you go get Phil Maffa, right? Like, you get
Did
another
Bond
running
get
back.
drafted?
No, he went undrafted.
Did he really?
Because of the allegations against him about the assault of a young woman, which he's now, again, innocent until proven guilty, but he's countersuing against this woman now. So who knows who's right and who's wrong and all of that. But that came out just days before the draft that this had happened, or had allegedly happened, I should say.
But then you got a guy like Mike Green, who's also got a lot of stuff that happened with him.
That's true too.
That got drafted in the 2nd round.
Yeah, which I like. I love that pick.
Baltimore.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Screw you, Baltimore.
Baltimore just the rich get richer, man.
I
The
know,
rich get richer.
They had a solid draft. I hate to say it.
And that's why I think he fell in the second round too, was because there's a lot of stuff that came out about him, you know, and obviously, and he's a transition piece too. He went from wide receiver to edge rusher and had to go down.
Only 2 kickers got drafted?
Yeah, as far as I could tell, it was Loop for the Ravens, which obviously we know why they need a kicker.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, well, you know, there's something going on with Justin Tucker. And
Did he move to Cleveland?
Not yet. And then Borrelios.
Yes. 6th
got-
round to Miami.
Yes. Which
Or no, from Miami.
From Miami
to
yes.
New England.
Yes, which I like that pick too. I mean, that's probably one of the best kickers in the country, easily. So
The Bears' undrafted free agent was the Michigan State kicker, Kim.
I did like that.
Yeah, not bad.
He's got a boot.
He does, and
if anything, he's kickoff perfect.
You're going to get rid of Cairo?
He can't kick that far anymore.
He's getting older and he's expensive.
accurate.
He's
As a
accurate, but
kicker,
again, he's getting
expensive.
older.
He's accurate.
It's good. I think it's good to.
See, but here's the
no
thing.
more double doinks.
I'll be very real with you when it comes to Chicago and getting a kicker. The kicker needs to call up whoever it is. Like, if I'm the kid from Michigan State, my first call is to who?
Robbie.
I'm calling Robbie Gould.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
And go, how do you kick in this stadium?
Yeah.
Show me your ways.
Teach me, master.
Teach me this.
I'll tell you this right
way.
now. Even for high school, like he still kicks before every practice. He says.
Robbie does?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Like he's like, look, I'm not gonna take a job anymore because I'm fully retired. But he's like, before every practice, I go out there and hit some field goals real fast.
Mount Carmel?
Not Mount Carmel.
No.
No,
where is
it was Rolling Meadows. He's no
Rolling
longer there.
Meadows.
That's the kid from Northern.
Yeah.
That's Jordan Lynch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan is my favorite thing when talking with him was he's like, every once in a while I'll go out there and I'll show the guys that I can still throw a football by 50 yards or so. And he always gets one kid, he's like, that's not the guy that played at Northern, and then he just whips one like 50 yards down the field to a receiver, and they go, oh,
maybe you were.
Yeah.
I also played halfback.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah, that's the other. Yeah, he says he loves to throw the highlight tape on it. He's like, guys, if you want to be a dual threat, this is how you be one of the best. That's how you end up being 4th in the Heisman. I love him. He's fantastic.
To me, and we've kind of touched on it, would you guys say the biggest winner was New England?
Honestly,
they came out of it with a lot.
They're one of my favorites of how they ended up in the draft.
I mean,
Mike Vrabel goes, "Oh, we don't have a defense? Hold my beer."
We got you.
Well, he basically got,
and they had a bunch of picks.
That's the thing. The first 3 rounds, you upgraded the offensive line with Campbell. You got
By the
another
way-
running back, and you got a wide receiver.
Can I just say this
All
to
of
you?
them top tier, I think.
Thoroughly impressed with Will Johnson or Will Campbell.
Yeah, why wouldn't you be?
No. Not physically.
Yeah. No, I know.
The words that came out of that kid's mouth.
Oh, that was the
He
quote of
is-
the week.
Yeah, he is.
I will die for my quote. I'm like,
Yeah.
he's that dude.
He was top of my list for the Bears.
Dude,
I mean,
he said coming into LSU as a freshman, he's like, I plan to start, and when I start, I'm not moving. I will go out there and I will do everything for my quarterback. I will choke an end or a tackle out to protect my QB. He said that at LSU as a freshman. What do you think he's going to do now as a 22-year-old pro? 21, excuse me.
Yeah. No, I mean,
this is I will eat you. Like, that's what's going to happen.
Did you?
And that's what impressed me about Shamar Turner. In the press conference, he said that he wants to be that mean guy, that bully that takes your lunch money.
He's going to do it.
He's a mean
He's
man.
punched dudes in the face on the field and not
And
getting
the nuts.
flagged for it, and the cojones. so.
That's the other one that kind of caught my. Did you see Mason Graham trying to choose a number?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was good.
No,
he goes. Well, what's available? I'd love to have 55.
Yeah,
because that's his number, and I'm sure he's going to get 55.
I think so.
I'm sure the veteran, whoever
I can't remember who wears it.
the Browns guy goes, yeah, he's been in the league a long time. You'll have to have a conversation with him. And then Graham goes, well, what other numbers? Well, you can go with 91 through 97. And Graham looks at him and goes, "Can't get 95, can I?"
Sorry.
No.
Oh, it's Posick. That's who's got it. 55.
Posick.
Yeah, the center.
Oh,
Ethan
yeah.
Posick.
Oh, okay.
No, real quick for the winners, I put the Raiders on there. The Genty pick in and of itself, it's not great, but it is what it is.
You said you liked the quarterback pickup too.
I like the quarterback pickup. I like the Jack Beck, again, kind of a reach, but they needed a receiver, and he was the best one out there for Texas TCU.
I think
and he's got a good story. Too.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
think
fantastic story. Like,
that's the big thing there. And
but he's still a solid player. Darian Porter, the cornerback they got, I think is going to be one of the top guys before it's all said and done.
He's good.
I liked what the Bucks did. Benjamin Morrison's a great pickup for corner. A guy who's hurt, who doesn't have to start right away. It's perfect for them. You got Ibuka, and you got Elijah Roberts from SMU, that top edge rusher.
Did you see? Did you see the wide receiver room in Tampa Bay?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. And they got Tez Johnson too at the very end.
Yeah, I like that. I was saying it earlier. I'm like, I like
There's your
that pick
kickoff
right
returner,
there.
your punt returner.
So, for sure, absolutely.
He'll make the team just on that alone.
Yeah,
And they still got Trey Palmer that's still trying to
I know.
develop too.
They're pretty well loaded at wide receiver, so Baker can just throw. They can go 5 wide and just be like, "Look at me, we can throw everywhere."
Chris Godwin's going, son of a biscuit.
Yeah. I love what the Texans did, basically being like, "Here's 2 wide receivers from Iowa State, one or the other. Why not both?" They got Higgins and Noel. They've got Ersiri for their tackle. They got Leahy as a tight end. They got your boy from Penn State, Reed, to help at safety with Petre.
Which I think that to me might be a steal.
I think so too.
I think both of the safeties that came out for Penn State this year could be big impact guys.
Absolutely. Ravens, obviously, they loaded up.
Yeah, they did really good.
Bills, I thought, did really well in this draft too. I mean, you get Hairston, who I think is going to be a nice stud corner.
By the way,
I like the Landon Johnson.
Dude, Landon Jackson's going to be a great player for them, playing as that third down edge rusher.
Yeah.
Phenomenal player.
By the way,
that D line.
Yes.
Their credit to their first round draft pick.
Yeah.
Hairston.
Positive energy the entire time. People getting picked in front of him.
He's dapping them up.
Every single one of them.
Every single guy.
Every single
He's
one
just
of them.
happy to be there. He said, he's like, I'm just good. You can't believe I'm even here.
Yeah.
Question to both of you.
Yeah.
The dude that got picked in the 5th round by the Packers, scripted or unscripted?
Let's see.
Or was it the 4th round? Beginning of the 4th
Which
round.
guy?
4th round, I think it was.
Baron Sorrell?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was there.
They brought him in. Because he's one of the...
No, what was said on television was he wanted to go up there and see the green room and see everything.
Yeah.
That crap was scripted. I'm calling that right now. Green Bay called him the night before, hey, we're taking you with our first pick in the 4th round if you're there. If you want to come up, be there. That's why the commish had to come out and do the pick, because he was the only dude there.
Well, his story is fantastic, too, for a guy that was he was doing Uber driving. Like, he was doing, like, DoorDash and everything. And he goes from that to being an NFL draft pick. Like, that's huge.
That is awesome.
And then, obviously, we talked about the Patriots, and the other one I had was the Panthers. I thought the Panthers killed this draft.
Panthers did really solid.
McMillan, Scorton, Malin, Ramson,
did you guys
Evans? They did great.
Did you see the
At
reel?
a depth with ATN.
Yeah.
Did you see the reel with McMillan?
Yeah.
Not knowing how to clock in.
Yeah.
No.
He had no clue.
They have a machine there for your stub
to punch your card in.
He's like, what do you mean put the card in the thing?
Guys, he's 22. You have to help him. He's never seen this before. He has no clue.
I thought I just scanned something.
Yeah, it's the Carolinas thing. Like, you have to punch your card in so everybody's the same. And he was looking at it like, what do I do with this?
And I will say for them, Jimmy Horn Jr.
That's a good pick.
That's not a bad pick, especially at the 6th round. That's not a bad pick.
Going to his team his daddy played for, right?
No, Jimmy played for Saints.
I thought he went to the Panthers.
Maybe he went to the
late.
Listen,
Late in the career.
Maybe. All I remember from Jimmy Horn, and I think nobody will ever forget Jimmy Horn pulling out the cell phone, New Orleans, and pulling it out to talk on it, and everyone goes, "Well, that's a little bit too much." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me? That's the greatest celebration of all time." That tops anything T.O. ever did. Are you kidding me? You pull out the old school Nokia flip phone. Come on.
I love Gray Zabel calling the second round pick for what. The guy's like, "Hey, what's going on, Gray?"
Oh my God.
He's like, "You want to come and play? We're about to pick you." And he goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "They told me to call you and tell you that you're getting picked next, man."
I love that.
Yeah, those are my winners. As far as losers go, I mean, it's kind of just a mismatch. I don't know if nobody necessarily was like,
I haven't seen a lot of horrible grades.
No.
Well, because I think everybody got sort of what they naturally needed.
I mean,
And that's what
Dallas,
this draft
Dallas
kinda
might be
was.
at the top of my list.
Well,
'cause
they
I-
reached.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the Tyler Booker pickup. He's been talked about like one of the most underrated, and I
They
think
need
one
a
of the
guard.
top-
Okay,
You
I'm
lost Martin.
Yeah.
I don't.
I like the.
I've heard from a lot of people
He
that
was too hyped up for me.
I like
like coming
yeah.
down that corridor. I was like, "You are too happy to be going to Dallas."
I
mean,
know, like easy, but it's not that fun over there.
We gets February's off now, so he doesn't have to worry about that.
True.
I mean,
I would say Dallas would be considered one of the losers.
I did like the fact that they took Aziro Aku from Boston College in the second round, and they got Revel Jr. in the third. I think I thought that's your cornerback that should be playing opposite of Trayvon Diggs.
If Trayvon can stay healthy.
Well, that's the other one. If Trayvon can't stay healthy, that's the guy I think you can put out there that can actually cover. Right, Deron Bland? Cover. Not just interceptions. I'm talking about cover. Like, stop the other wide receiver. Not give up 150 and 2 TDs and then go, "But I took one back to the house, baby." Sorry, pet
See,
peeve.
that was the funniest. Like, everybody was like, "Well, Travis might not be that great man to man," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Dude, do you guys realize?" And I'm not speaking out of turn when I say this. And fight me if you want. I don't care. He learned how to play this position from the greatest shutdown cornerback ever to play in the NFL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And learned how to finagle and manipulate quarterbacks to throw his way.
Yeah. It's just, and I agree with what Ernie said when we were doing the draft show. He does rely a lot on athleticism on defense. That's the only problem that you can have with him, is that he needs to more refine,
But
kind of working on that, using your knowledge and skill over your skills at times.
But when you have that and then you adjust,
yes.
Don't get me wrong. Do I think he's going to be defensive rookie of the year? No.
He's not winning both awards. Like, I
No.
saw somebody who's always like, whatever the
actually-
betting odds are on that, like to be an offensive and
I'm
defensive
going to lay a
rookie of
little
the
money
year.
on Burden to win offensive rookie of the year this year.
Okay. There's
Not bad.
The favorite's going to be Genty.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it's gonna
Because
open
they're
up
going to
with Genty.
feed him the ball
Yeah.
25 to 30 times a game.
I would probably go with McMillan, maybe.
That's not bad.
As
Not
an
bad.
offensive rookie of the
he's
year
gonna he's
choice.
gonna be Bryce Young's favorite target
Yeah.
for sure. Bryce Young was ecstatic when they drafted
Oh,
him.
dude, he was over there. He's like,
Thank God!
he's like, "Oh, we finally got the tall guy. Yay.
Yay.
I don't.
Tepper's
I
over
can-
there
I can
going,
see
we
him.
need a quarterback.
Was
We
that-
need a quarterback. Shut up!
Was that the overcompensation thing? Was that what was going on? The 5'11 quarterback gets the 6'5 wide receiver. It's like, well, we got to balance this out somehow.
I could see his head.
You're being nice with 5'11", too.
That's true. I'm giving him an inch. I'm giving him maybe 2 inches, maybe
That's
2.
with cleats.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody really get a D.
Vikings
seen
might
mainly
be
A's
the
and B's.
close. I didn't like the Vikings.
Theirs was okay.
But the Donovan Jackson thing felt like a reach. You could get him in the second round. Felton was their wide receiver they took. He's okay.
I didn't hate Kobe King at 6.
No, your
That's a
dude
good
Kobe
one.
King
Once-
is going to be
yeah.
a solid linebacker for them. for
Once
sure.
again, he will be a special teams star
Yeah.
for like the first 2 years, and then all of a sudden you'll just see him playing middle linebacker.
Working on punt
Yeah.
and kickoffs and everything like that. And then eventually they'll be like, all right, we need somebody in the middle to man. Who do we get? You can do this.
Or they'll
right?
turn him into a halfback like they did to what's his name
Oh.
from Penn State.
Yeah, right. Yeah, other than that, I mean,
How do you think Cincy did?
See, he told me he wasn't that excited.
If I put a grade on all of our teams, like I gave David's a B+, A- for the Falcons. I gave the Bears a C+.
I go with B+.
Yeah, I gave the Bears a C+ to a B- just because there were some picks that I think they didn't need, but there were ones that I really liked, of course, too. I gave Cincinnati a C to a C+. Okay. And I'll tell you right now, what I liked was the Demetrius Knight Jr. pick, the linebacker from South Carolina.
Mhm.
I liked Fairchild, the guard they got from Georgia. Carter from Clemson, because he's a sideline beast. And then I like Taj Brooks, the running back. The guy that I have the giant question on is their first-round pick in Shamar Stewart, because you had Jahdae Barron and Malachi Stark sitting there, and you could have had one of those two guys to help your secondary, which has been the proverbial problem in Cincy so far.
Well,
at least you have a nice pair up with Henderson. If he stays.
But see, that was the question I posed to him. Does this mean that Trey Hendrickson's on his way out?
That's what I have. I have no idea at this point in time. I said on the show, it could be that he stays potentially. I said on draft night, he could potentially stay. It could mean you could work a deal out with him, but more than likely, I think it does mean somebody has to go. Unless you don't feel confident in Miles Murphy, because he hasn't really shown much of anything. But this guy could just be. My worry is he a workout warrior? Like, did we just see the best of him at the draft combine, and he's going to just be kind of a lackluster edge rusher? Or do you legitimately think that this guy can produce at the top level? Because he didn't do that a lot at A&M. So I have mixed feelings about it. My biggest problem is you had other needs that I thought were more pressing, and you didn't take them.
Yeah. I thought they would at least go secondary in that first round. I hate the Shamar Stewart. I mean,
I hate watching the Browns get the better cornerback and the Ravens probably get the best safety in the draft. It makes me mad.
Yeah, no, I mean that's fair.
God!
I can't blame you on that. All right.
Joe Burrow, save us, please.
Well, we ate up a lot of our
45 points against 42 other points. That's how it's going to have to go every Bengals game.
Do you guys just want to do your Killing Me Smalls next, and then
I can keep going.
You guys want to keep going?
I can keep going.
All right. Well,
we started an hour early, so
yeah, that's true. All right,
we got time.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we
have no lives.
We have no lives. That's true. When we come back, sorry, I found something interesting. I'll take it to the break. We're actually going to talk the NBA playoffs next on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
He's right there. It's the bottom of the seventh inning. The last chance to order beer. But we didn't come here to drink beer. We came here to win this ball game.
Chicago's so lucky.
SportsTownChicago.com.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Pizza at your house and you can get it at the store. Uh-oh, here we go. Chicagoland area. Little Caesars is heating up for the summer. Try our new Crazy Puffs, $3.99. Walk in or delivery. 7 days a week. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Filled with cheesy mozzarella pepperoni pizza sauce, buttery garlic flavor drizzle, Italian herb and Parmesan seasoning, deep dish Detroit style pizza $7.99, super cheesy bread $5.99, hot and ready combo $12.99, and for your daily deals, go to LitCaesars.com. Oh, Little Caesars with our crazy puffs and cheesy dreams, you light up my soul with your pepperoni schemes. With every slice we share, with every moment we dare in this piece of love affair, so you didn't hear that just here. You don't want to miss out on these delicious deals. Visit your Chicagoland area Little Caesars today. Cheese, cheese, cheese.
Nobody does food better than our friends south of the border. If you're looking for delicious, authentic Mexican food in Chicagoland's backyard, check out the Totopos restaurant. Try their quesadillas, burritos, or my favorite, the 3-taco combo with steak and extra chipotle salsa.
Muy caliente.
Even have breakfast for early risers. Totopos is the highest rated Mexican restaurant in Naperville on Yelp. Once you try it, you'll understand why. Visit totoposnaperville.com for their menu, special offers, and online ordering on Grubhub. Pickup or delivery. Totopos restaurant, open nightly until 8:30, closed on Sundays, located next to the Jewel on Aurora Avenue in Naperville. Experience fresh, homemade Mexican at the Totopos restaurant.
I got an affordable family-owned restaurant for you that won't cost you an arm and a lamb. It's Goodies in River Grove. My Goodies order never changes. A Yoros, not a gyro. Smother it in sauce and hot fries on the side for less than $9. If I'm really starved, I'll add a chicken kebab to my order. Looking for more? Try a juicy cheeseburger, Chicago-style hot dogs, or a toasty corned beef meal. I can walk in 7 days a week, dine with my family, or call 708-583-1700. Pick it up and enjoy it at home. Can't stop in? Not a problem. Goodies delivers through Grubhub, DoorDash, and Seamless. Goodies is located at Cumberland, Belmont, River Grove. Goodies bringing authentic Greek food to the Chicago.
It's the summer of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. To reach peak summer mode, you need your summer coffee, like a smooth new s'mores frozen Dunkin' coffee, a refreshing butter pecan iced coffee, or a sweet coconut cream pie cold brew. What could be better than iced frozen coffee on a hot summer day? Nothing. Dunkin' Donuts has all your favorite flavors this summer. So come enjoy the summer of coffee and keep cool out there, kids. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Looking for a great bargain? Want to find cool collectibles? Need to get fresh fruit and vegetables for the family? Come on down to Swap-O-Rama. 3 great locations, 42nd and Ashland in Chicago, Melrose Park in Ulsa, with hundreds of indoor and outdoor vendors selling clothing, tools, electronics, and much, much more. Have stuff for sale? Become a Swap-O-Rama vendor and turn your hidden treasure into cash. Visit their website for market days, hours, and vendor information. Go to swap-o-rama.com. Swap-O-Rama, the first name in flea markets.
Hello!
Welcome back here on Blow the Whistle on SportsSoundChicago.com on YouTube.
Hello!
Hello! We are in hour 3, right? Yeah.
Hello!
With the soundboard. That's how we're working.
Hello! We are now switching gears, talking NBA
Darn
playoffs.
technology.
Because, yeah, I know. God, gotta love it.
Story of our lives.
We went 2 hours talking NFL draft because there was a lot to break down and talk about.
Yeah,
but the
there was.
NBA playoffs was also happening over the weekend.
Hot NBA playoffs.
Hot NBA playoffs, indeed.
Caliente.
And I'm going to talk. Let's start off with the controversy of the Knicks Pistons game 3, where
it's what you get for having Charles Oakley and all those Piston idiots there to watch the game.
You get cursed.
Yeah, for real.
If you guys missed it,
my question? Who's Oakley rooting for? Because didn't he play for the Pistons too?
No, he played for the.
I know he played for the Knicks, but didn't he
Yeah.
play for the Pistons too?
I don't believe so.
No,
I think
okay.
so.
I think it was only Chicago and New York.
All right.
But biggest controversy over the weekend was the no call foul on Tim Hardaway Jr. in the corner for a potential game-winning three-pointer in the final few seconds. Later was talked about. Later under investigation, it was supposed to be called a foul.
It was under investigation.
Under investigation. For me, come on, you. I know it's like a playoff game and you just let the boys play, but that was a clear foul.
Yeah,
and the guy made contact. It was. You even told me it was.
When you saw the replay and they slowed it down, you saw him body him, but in the moment, it's not that clear.
I saw it from a distance. I thought it was a foul.
I thought it was a foul too. But obviously,
what are you gonna do?
This is where the playoffs. We always talk about this, right? The refs swallow those whistles and they go, "Hey, play on."
Right, and that's part of the game.
Maybe I don't know. Hey, who's the Pistons head coach again?
Bickerstaff.
Yeah, Bernie Bickerstaff. Hey,
Yeah.
maybe keep one of your challenges there, buddy. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what costed them. It was that if they didn't have a challenge, because if that was challenged, then we're talking a whole different situation. You're talking possibly a 2-2 series rather than Knicks leading 3-1.
Yeah. When did Tim Hardaway Jr. decide that he was a decent basketball player?
Well,
he's always been okay.
Decent is kind of a stretch. He did go 4 for 13 from 3. Like, let's.
He hit some
pump the
big time
brakes a little.
shots, man.
Well, he did. It's just he's always been like a bench player that can kind of come off and give some energy. He was that for Dallas. He was that for the Knicks when he played for them. Like, he's always been that kind of a dude. He was never really the star. So
what
Pistons needed it.
And what in Cat's head went? I can make this shot.
I mean, he was open at the time.
No, he wasn't.
He kind of was.
No,
he had a quick little. He had a quick window.
Look.
He had a good look.
Yeah,
I would have taken
the
that
dude
shot.
has no vertical on his 3-point shot at all.
Doesn't need it. He's 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
It was so awkward to watch that. To watch that play was so awkward.
And it goes swish anyways.
I
He
know.
was 5 for 7.
I was like, what is going on?
Hey, I mean, in those situations, there was what, 5 seconds left, and he had the shot at the time.
I do not.
You had no other time to really dish it out to try to find someone else open.
No.
Yes, is Jalen Brunson a dude? Absolutely 100%. But I do not like all these ISO plays that he does.
Yeah, well,
especially in the playoffs. Like,
yeah, well,
you got a bunch of other guys.
When you have to go one-on-one, especially a lot with Cade Cunningham, who's got X amount of pounds on you, and he's 3 inches taller. Like, that's a sizable guy that you try to charge into him. You're putting more pressure on yourself. You're putting yourself also in a bad situation too, because he's got longer arms. So try to dish out a pass, all of a sudden that sucker can go. Like, listen, Pistons had every opportunity to take this game.
Yeah, didn't Cat hit that with like a minute and a half left in the game or something?
Like that. Yeah.
No, I think it was a little less than a minute left.
Even before that, like the Pistons had themselves in a position where they could have, had they been able to take better looks, like not just the threes, like actually take like a few jump shots from mid range, they would have been in perfect position. But I get it. You want to take the threes because you want to get that extra point. You think you've got the shooters for it. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But sacrifice a little bit of it, take a few jumpers, get an extra couple twos, maybe you get some and ones, and all of a sudden you've got like a 5-point lead, I think, over the Knicks.
Is Cade Cunningham the best mid-range point guard right now?
I think so. I'd argue to say so.
At least he's top 3.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen a point guard be able to go down on the block and just do that fadeaway jumper, and it hits 90% of the time.
He does got a nice fadeaway in the mid range. I mean, he's really developed his game a lot because he was off to a slow start, and now he's, like you said, he's probably one of the better point guards overall.
Yeah.
In general, not to mention the mid range game too.
Well, below Ben Simmons, of course.
Oh yeah, he's the best to do it mid range.
Jesus Christ. He's not even a point guard anymore, by the way. He's a backup center. I found that out. For the Clippers, he's the backup center to Zubac. It's their backup center, folks.
So good.
Hey,
I didn't even know that.
Howard, what did you say? It's okay, LeBron. We got Ben Simmons.
Yeah,
we're
right,
good.
exactly.
We're fine. Yeah, okay.
Just to throw that nugget out there for everybody, he finally picked the forward spot.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
So they have him on Joker?
Essentially, like
when he comes off the bench.
When he comes off the bench. So Zubac needs to do a lot of work.
I want to watch that.
Yeah, they showed one where Ben was just like, okay, I did my job. No, honestly, Cade Cunningham is proving to be, 1, a true leader for the Pistons, 2, a star for the league, and 3, one of the top point guards, I think, coming up here, because the man got a triple-double, and it made it look like nothing. Sweet passes, great rebounding ability.
What are with these players getting triple-doubles and losing games? That's crazy to me.
You don't see it often.
Not to mention a 62-point triple-double and you lose.
Yeah.
Well, remember, when you're the one trying to grab the rebounds, get the assists, and also score the points, somebody else is not doing that for you that probably could be doing it a little bit more efficient.
By the way, I will say this, and you guys know I'm not a huge NBA guy.
Yeah.
Watching Joke hit 3-pointers, I was like, when did he develop that?
He's been able to hit.
He's
them.
always had that.
But like the way that how high he brings up the ball and he does it on a simple little fade, like it's just disgusting.
Nothing will ever beat Manute Bol's 3-point shot, ever.
Well, you gotta, yeah.
It's so good.
I know, dude. Like Jokic.
When your arms are 10 feet tall, I mean, what else are you gonna do?
He dunks it from the 3-point.
The arc that Joke gets to, like he's almost hitting the rafters. It's insane.
It's very reminiscent of what Dirk Nowitzki kind of used to do. But Dirk was more of a sharpshooter, I will say.
Yeah.
With his ability to hit threes. But nevertheless, Jokic he's always had that 3-point shot.
Yeah.
He's just refined it, refined it, along with the rest of his skills. If he could ever be a better defender, he could probably be in that conversation of greatest centers of all time.
Once again, I will sit here.
He almost might be.
I almost be putting him there right now.
Once again, I will sit here and say there's nothing better than watching NBA basketball with my girlfriend.
Really? Why?
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
she likes it?
She loves basketball.
Oh, okay.
She used to when the Bulls were in their heyday.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little story when we get to the. Actually, we can talk about it with this game. when the Bulls were in their heyday with Derrick Rose and all them.
Yeah.
In the 90s stuff as well.
Yeah.
She used to dictate what she would work at Starbucks on when they would play games.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
I love
So
that.
we're watching. Here's the best part. We're watching the Knicks Pistons game yesterday, and I go, "Who you got?" And she goes, "I don't know." And then all of a sudden, Thibodeau comes up. She goes, "Oh my God, is that Tibbs?" I'm like, "Yeah, Thibodeau's their coach." And she goes, "Oh, I'm a Tibbs girl. I'm a Tibbs girl. I'm a Tibbs girl."
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't
I
either.
love it. I didn't know that.
She obviously has something for balding men.
Makes sense now.
Yeah,
it does make
all
sense.
connects.
All coming together.
It all connects.
It all connects.
Other game that was exciting as hell. I mean, they were all pretty exciting, but the Timberwolves and the Lakers.
Can I tell you what my favorite part of that game was?
What's that?
The shoving match between LeBron and Ant was
I
hilarious.
I love that Ant. I mean, he
did it on
badass player.
purpose.
Oh yeah,
He did that on purpose.
Of course he did.
And LeBron, it didn't faze him at all. They called the foul, and LeBron just walked away from when everybody thought that there was going to be a fight. LeBron knew exactly what he was trying to do.
He's
the young
never
kid,
going to fight.
the young upcoming star.
the young kid was trying to provoke him and get a reaction, and nope.
He didn't get a reaction, but the young guy got the dub.
I mean, now Minnesota leads the series 3-1.
Can I ask?
I mean, Anthony. I mean,
Can I ask you two a question?
this might be the biggest. If they win this series, one of the biggest upsets in the
100%.
playoffs.
Yesterday, outcoached.
I'd say so. Well,
Yeah, a little bit
look,
out coach. I think
this is JJ Redick's whole thing of not. What did he do? He started the entire roster.
No, the starting five played the whole
They played the
second
whole,
half.
yeah, they played the
Oh,
entire
that's right.
second half. No subs whatsoever, which basically means like everyone's dead by today. Like everyone's exhausted.
LeBron is.
Oh,
LeBron
yeah.
is. I'm
LeBron
sure
had
Luka's probably
no
pretty
points
tired.
in the
too.
fourth
Luckily,
quarter.
they don't play again until Wednesday.
Yeah, they've got a lot.
still
they've
got a
got
few
some
days.
time to
That
relax.
might have been the mental reasoning for it. Well, they'll have 2 days to rest. But once again, LeBron scoring 0 points when you need LeBron the most in
That's
the
the
fourth
problem.
quarter.
Yeah.
You
is
need
an
him
issue.
to deliver, and he's not. And if it's not him delivering, then guess who has to deliver then?
And yes, he's still in
Gotta
great
be
shape
Luka.
for his age, but he's still 40-something years old.
But once
Yeah.
again, how long does he need? What? How many times have we seen LeBron go out, for 3 minutes at the most, and come back and he's good? He
Yeah.
just needs a breath.
Yeah,
Just needs a little bit of a
I mean,
break.
and that's fine. It's
Get
just.
get some Gatorade in him, and he'll be good.
I mean, at least they had guys like Hachimura that was able to come and help him out and everything, and obviously Austin Reeves still showed up too. It's just, I keep looking at. I'm looking at this roster right now. You got 0 from Vanderbilt, 0 from Vincent, 0 from Goodwin. You got 2 from Hayes.
Yeah.
Like you need more than just.
Where's Connect?
He did not play.
He did not play. Coach.
He didn't play. James didn't play. Milton didn't play. Len
How
didn't
do
play.
you
Morris
not
didn't
have
play.
one of the purest shooters on your team?
Things are probably
not
still
play?
awkward when the trade got rejected.
Maybe I mean, look, he wasn't doing all that great really for the regular season as it was,
Right.
but he also wasn't playing a lot of minutes either, and that's JJ Redick making that decision.
But this was all Anthony Edwards just taking over.
Well, yeah, this was his game.
Nah, it was Anthony Edwards. I legitimately watched this game.
Yeah.
Rudolph was just bullying
Who's Rudolph?
Rudy?
Randolph.
Oh.
Randall?
Randall?
There you go. Good God.
I thought you were talking about Rudy. Rudy Gobert.
No,
I'm like,
not
is that
Gobert.
Rudolph?
He was thinking Zach Randolph, and then
Yeah.
and then I don't know where your mind went to. and
Randall.
then- yeah,
Randall, I
yeah.
got you now.
Apologies.
Julius
No.
Randall.
And I was going to
Once
get to that.
again,
He played very
not-
well.
He bullied the Lakers yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think that from everything that I've heard about this series,
Yeah.
that's Minnesota's game plan is to bully the Lakers because they have Jack Squat down low.
Well, when LeBron's coming down the middle, Julius Randle and credit to Jaden McDaniels too for a guy that's like $185, super skinny, but he's just like I'll get right in his face. I do not care, and
Yeah.
just gets right into LeBron and just is like, go ahead and score. Like I'm gonna keep hitting you though, old man, and I'm gonna keep pressuring you. This Minnesota team, considering that you have DiVincenzo who comes off the bench with Naz Reid, They have so much depth on this team to be able to take you out on offense and on defense. I find it hard to say that the Lakers can match up well with them, other than your stars then have to do all the extra work.
Where's
And that's the
Bronny
problem.
James at?
He's not even listed on the roster, I don't
joking.
think.
Ronnie James. No, he was a DMP as well.
Oh, was he?
But
Oh, yeah, that's right. He is B. James.
He needs to just sit.
I
and
always
watch
think
his
that's Brandon James, but I remember he's retired. But he deserves more of a shot to be on the bench than Bronny does.
I mean, not to mention you had Dorian Finney-Smith from the Lakers, 41 minutes, and he only got you freaking 6 points.
I mean, the rebounds and assists are fine.
They're
but
decent, but like
2 for 7 for 41 minutes is ridiculous.
that's a lot of time and to do nothing.
Yeah. I mean, again, I know Jackson Hayes had a little oopsie daisy. He went out. He only played a couple minutes, but still, you play this team. You've got 2 days rest. Okay, fine. But these guys better not be moving at all, because you're still going to probably be feeling it on Wednesday.
Yeah,
there's no doubt.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. You can be the best player in the world all you want. 40 is still 40, and you're still going to feel it in a couple days.
Yes, trust me, I
was
know.
going to say, right, David?
I'm 26, and after that little game we played,
See, and I think
was still
that
sore 2 days.
I
after.
want to say that was part of it too, because my thighs
everything was
and
sore.
my shoulders, they were legitimately sore.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Sore as hell, brother.
Although she put lavender on my calf last night, so that might have helped.
There you go.
Now we should talk. Let's definitely talk about this because you brought it up at the opening of the show. Pacers whooping the Bucks 129 to 103. They lead 3-1.
Over.
It's over now. I mean, because now they're going back to Indianapolis, and it is confirmed that Damian Lillard is out.
He might be out next season.
He might be.
I called this. Ha ha ha.
You didn't call Damian Lillard blowing
No, I
out
didn't call
his
him playing out
Achilles.
his Achilles. I called the Bucks losing to the
Oh yeah,
to the
I
Pacers
thought
in 5.
It was
I called
this series, and I thought that Detroit could get past.
Well,
the Knicks.
Here's the issue with the Bucks.
Can it, wait,
please.
before we go any further, because you know how my mind is if I
Yes.
don't ask it now.
I know.
He's gonna forget.
If you're the Chicago Bulls, do you call the Milwaukee Bucks and ask if Giannis is on the trade block?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because if
I mean,
Lillard
he
is
wants-
out next year, all of next year, which if he tore his Achilles, more than likely he's not playing, because this is late in the season.
Right.
More than likely he's not playing next year, just to be on the safe side of things.
Yeah. Well, and Giannis, it seems like he's getting frustrated with what's going on in Milwaukee. He's already talked. He's
What
already
w-
threw it out there too. That
What would you be willing to give up for Giannis?
ooh, let's see.
Probably have to give up 4 first-round picks, and that's still in the division.
Vooch.
You have to give up
You have to give up Vooch.
package Vooch.
You have to match the contracts.
I would throw in.
Patty?
Yeah, but that's
That's nothing.
that barely counts as anything.
Yeah.
I mean, throw.
But it's getting rid of money. Do you see what I'm saying?
It's getting rid of money, and that's what, if they're willing to take it. So
have to
Vooch,
you have to match
he will.
contract.
3 first rounders. I still don't think that's worth it, but
I mean, here's the thing, though. Milwaukee at this point, I think, has to look at themselves and go, we're at DEFCON 4. Once we lose this series, we're probably hitting DEFCON 5, which
Doc's
means, guess
gone.
what?
Yeah.
Blow it all up.
They're
You're going to
gonna
have
have
to
to.
say goodbye to This could be the end of Damian Lillard's career for all we know. This could be like, you know
he's
what?
not a youngin'.
I'm
No.
35 years old after this. I just tore up my foot. I'm done after this one. Giannis is no longer a young pup, but he wants still a chance to be back in the playoffs and a champion. I don't know if Chicago's the place, but he's going to say, I don't want to be here anymore.
and he
I want to
said-
start trying to win.
He said he's wanted to come to Chicago.
Yeah.
Question to you.
Mm-hmm.
You okay if you get Giannis not re-signing Giddey? Oh!
Why not both? No, if you can only do one or the other, I'd probably take the superstar myself over
Of Giannis.
Giannis
Yeah.
with Giannis with Kobe and the
Yeah,
rookie.
no, I would have to.
If you could keep both, that's a pipe dream. But if
yeah.
you could have one or the other, you probably, I think nine times out of 10, you're taking Giannis. The only
yeah,
time
I would say you have to get Giannis, even though he's on like.
Unless you can
the
talk
older part
Giddey
of
into
his-
staying
but he's still
because
at the threshold of being a star.
But
That's the
if
thing.
do you know what I'm saying?
if
you
Giddey's
could,
willing to
if you
take
could talk Giddey into staying for a discounted price,
Well, yeah,
because
listen,
Giannis is coming.
If you could say we're getting Giannis, are you willing to take less money for him to stick around? And he's like, Yeah, absolutely.
I think he would.
I think, well, and that, I mean, you think about it, if Chicago got Giannis, that allows you then to not worry about having to get the stylish center that you necessarily need right now.
Right.
That allows a guy like Buzelis to be able to stay outside and flush out his shot more.
Yeah.
And Kobe and Giddey can basically work as they are right now, where Kobe works on the outside hitting threes, and Giddey can just kind of work all throughout the inside and out, getting rebounds and assists.
And then you draft
Derek Queen.
Yeah, Derek Queen.
Exactly.
Yeah, buddy.
Exactly.
That would be my.
I think he'll be. Listen. I think the Bulls may have to do a little trade up work to get to him, because it sounds like he might go top 10. But if you can make it happen,
Because right now, what they're looking at 10, 11.
10, 11,
Yeah.
which he could fall to. He could, because there's a lot of people who are like, oh, he's a little big. I'm like, shut up. He's a little big. I don't want to hear that. Are you kidding me?
I was still.
Who doesn't want 6'10", 250 in the middle, or even at power forward?
How'd that work out for Charles Barkley?
Right, exactly. Come on. And
and
he was
Bar-
6'5". He was 6'5", 300 pounds. He was every bit what
If these teams want to let him go that far, by all
Yeah.
means, bring him here.
He's the best
I would
version
love
of what
that.
Zion Williams wishes he was.
Stop your shenanigans.
Hey, look, I don't want to hear. If I hear one more person say the Bulls got to get Zion, I'm gonna shove Kleenex in your mouth.
I'm gonna. Please no.
I'm going to make a
I was
deck.
arguing with JJ.
And they're
about
not going to
this.
trade him either way.
Since we are talking NBA,
Yeah.
I will make a declaration right now.
Please.
If the San Antonio Spurs get the number 1 overall pick, I will become a Spurs fan.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Bandwagon.
That's fair enough.
You damn right. Cooper Flag and Wemby? Yes, please.
No, they would. If that happened,
Castle
And De'Aaron.
De'Aaron
De'Aaron
Fox.
Fox.
No,
1,
that
2,
would
3, 4.
for you to
And
not.
Pop goes, I'm feeling better.
And for you to not have ever really established a true
My stroke
fandom,
has healed.
Yeah.
for you to not really establish a true fandom of an NBA team, that's one way to start it. I mean, that is a fun.
I had a team, and they can you
Who
want
was
to
it
talk
again?
You want to talk about taking a nuke to a team? That's what happened.
Who was it again?
It was the original Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was the Larry
Muggsy
Johnson
Bogues,
boys, yeah.
Oh,
Del
yeah.
Curry, Larry Grandmama Johnson,
Yeah.
Alonzo Mourning. Oh,
That was a fun team.
Yeah.
oh, it was so much fun.
They were good. They were playoff contenders.
Then
through
they
and through.
moved, or then they switched mascots, and
Yeah.
they moved, and then
No,
And then
they
they-
blew that some bitch
And
up.
then they
That's what
became
happened.
the Charlotte Bobcats.
Oh yeah.
And they lost game after game after game. But they got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
In my 2K9 game, I played the Bobcats a lot.
Yeah, I was
'Cause
gonna
I was like,
say-
all right, I could put a lot of points
Oh,
up
yeah,
on these
absolutely.
guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like nothing. It was 2 years ago. It was going to be Memphis. I was going to be a Memphis Grizzlies
Still be
fan.
Memphis.
No, I can't.
Why?
I can't do it.
Why?
Jaws an ass clown.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You don't like the new grenade celebration or whatever he was doing?
Tactical
that,
nuke.
That blew up on our TikTok.
So stupid.
And then the other game, Celtics defeating the Magic 107-98. They lead the series 3-1. I just had to acknowledge it.
Listen. Everybody's like, "Whoa, 3-1." I was like, "This is what Boston does every year. They're gonna lose a game every series."
Yeah, they can't win them all. No one's gonna win them all. I mean, you have, but
Tatum's not that good.
I mean,
oh my God.
I mean, OKC. Just like that's, but no, my worry for Boston is they're starting to get nagging little injuries.
Yeah. Well, Tatum being out, and now you've got Porzingis who had the bad cut. Even though props to him, he fought through bleeding from the
Dude,
face.
that was
what a warrior.
That was awesome. It might be better than the Montrose bleed because
Yeah.
he had it running through the back of his hair.
That's
man.
true.
That was pretty bad apples.
Yeah. But this Boston team, the good thing about them is that they run so deep. Like, their roster's full, 15 guys full all the way through.
And Prickett's become a dude.
Well, yeah, Pritchard's always been a player for them coming off the bench.
But
It's
he's
just now he's emerged as like, okay, you need me to take the shots? I got you.
Like
And then there's old man Al Horford going, "What do you need me to do?"
Survive. What the hell, dude?
I got a taste.
How is he playing 35 minutes? He's almost 48 years old.
No.
No, he's only like 38.
I was gonna
Who?
say
Al Horford.
Al
Oh, yeah.
Horford.
No, he's actually
You would
only
think
like,
he's 48.
Yeah, I
He won
know.
2 national titles with Joakim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how the hell he's still playing, bro.
Yeah. Oh no, he is
He's-
38. He actually
is
is 38.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
He's an old man.
That still feels young for him.
35 minutes at
Why
6'10",
why does it
260.
feel like he looks way older than LeBron?
Because he's got no hair and he does have gray in his hair. LeBron doesn't have a single gray. Okay, he's got gray hair kind of in his beard.
You know who looks really old?
Yeah.
Is Draymond.
Yeah, he does.
He's got big old patches of gray in his beard.
He's got
Where
that.
did that come from?
He's got that grandpa on the
I'll tell
porch
you.
look.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Seriously.
If I'm in the West,
Don't play on the street now.
Yeah,
if I'm in the
exactly.
Western Conference, that's the last team I want to see.
Oh, I knew they'd get hot. I mean, once the Jimmy Butler trade and they just marched them ways up in the standings.
By the
as long as
way,
Butler can stay, which he is expected to play tonight.
Nothing funnier than hearing that Jimmy Butler isn't playing because he bruised his ass.
I got bruised. I'm a tush. He is gonna play tonight, though.
Yeah.
I don't. Am I gonna sit here and say that they're gonna beat the Oklahoma City Thunder? No.
Yeah.
Probably not.
That team's on a different level.
Well, now you got all these young kids that have gotten experience and like with playoffs and stuff like that, and SGA
And
is
everybody's
just
gonna have
playing-
to eat their words about Chet Holmgren being somebody. Because we were all like, "Oh, what a horrible pick by OKC."
It's
Well, no, he's finally built up some muscle. He's not a twig no more.
Yeah, that's right. He's
still
only
a twig.
225.
He's still a twig.
He's
but
still a twig.
Yeah.
He's got a little
Awkward
tone.
looking weirdo.
He's 215. It's so good.
His head does not fit his body.
No, it doesn't.
He's got a big old head.
I mean, look.
Like the kid from Family Guy just dragging his head down.
Upside down head.
Upside down face.
Or upside down face.
Yeah. Look, the Golden State thing, they're a veteran team, and veteran teams always find a way to make the playoffs and do the right thing. But like you said, Jimmy Butler's not playing. Okay, Jonathan
He's playing
Kuminga-
tonight.
Is he playing tonight?
Yeah.
He just said he was.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He
even
sat out game 3, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, they're gonna
He's
lose."
expected to play.
And
tonight.
Golden State goes out and wins game 3, and everybody's like, "Damn it!"
Look, even still, you need Jonathan Kuminga to step up because Jimmy Butler's starting to slow down.
Yeah.
And Kuminga's your best wing defender. Like, by and large, he's the guy that can play inside, outside. He can defend dudes, and you need that guy.
It's just wild. Steph Curry's still playing like damn near prime Steph Curry.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me one
But
bit.
he's
He
like
pops it from
he's
beyond the arc every time.
35.
35, yeah.
Yeah, like God.
But
They
this
just
is
find
where
ways to win.
this is where that helps when you've got guys like Buddy Hield who can come off the bench.
Yeah.
And you've got Podensky who can also add a versatility, coming being a starter or coming off the bench too. You have those other extra guards that can move the ball around. Because you can see Steph, he comes off ball, sits in his corner, sits on the top, pops the three. Right? He's not running the ball anymore.
No, he
like
doesn't need to.
he's done with that.
Yeah, he doesn't need to.
No,
I mean,
exactly.
Again, he's getting old and he's had a couple injuries here and there, but
And that's the thing. They're an older team, and you need those younger guys to start stepping up. Whereas OKC, they are nothing but a young team, and they're just like, we have energy for day. Like, they'll just like, we're jumping out of the gym. We don't care.
Yeah.
We'll do whatever we want. And Shai Gilgeous is just like, I want my MVP. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be the unstoppable team until they finally meet the force that can actually shut them down.
and that might be Cleveland.
They're the only one right now that I think can do
Only
it.
ones I can think is
Other than maybe Boston, but as far as matchup for matchup, Cleveland's the only other one that I can see has the depth. That's it.
They got the depth. Donovan Mitchell's playing out of his freaking mind.
They
Tried to tell you. Tried to tell
Shush.
you.
I listen. If
wanna
this
hear
is a moment for the Cleveland Cavaliers to be able to finally say we're in the finals without LeBron, good for them.
Yeah.
Like that just
Flip
goes
the bird to
Yeah,
LeBron.
exactly.
How's that feel, old man? How's that feel?
Like that just goes to show, like they've done and it shows they've done an incredible job building that roster, building that team, building.
It's so defensive oriented.
Oh, of course.
It
I
is.
mean, look, your three forwards are all out there going like, "Go ahead, try and shoot." I dare you. No, we no. Go ahead. We'll let you. Okay, here we'll let you try. And you know.
Oh, you thought you got a quick one there.
And that's the thing. Like everybody was dogging the Evan Mobley pick because they're like, "Oh, he's fantastic," and then they're like, "Oh, this guy is just like he's never going to develop." Allen's going to keep getting in his, and he's perfect. He's absolutely stunning. Like, they have done a great job rounding out that roster from top to bottom.
It's amazing what happens when you get rid of a coach that none of the players like, too.
Oh, yeah, that helps.
That does help a lot, yeah.
That helps.
Do we have to listen to this guy? Okay, you don't like him? He's gone. You guys are what's important, really. I mean, and he buys into it, too, right? He knows how to work those guys perfectly. So, right now, Cleveland and Boston are the only two teams
no one saw the Cleveland thing this year coming.
Well, why would you? You looked at them.
I didn't think they were going to be this good.
Yeah, exactly.
I figured they'd be like
same place as last year.
Yeah,
right.
Top 5, top 4 in the East.
Yeah, 3, 4.
You're looking at the I looked at the roster recently, and I'm like, yeah, that's right. They have DeAndre Hunter, which everybody counted out when he was with the Hawks, and he gets to Cleveland, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, he can be the sixth man coming off the bench defensively and offensively.
I said that under the radar. That was a really good trade at the deadline.
Ty Jerome, who's kind of just been a lost soul for a lot of people for the NBA, he's found a spot with the Cleveland Browns, right? Merrill is a guy who the Browns, the Cavaliers. Merrill's found a home with the Cavs. Sorry, I don't want to give one team credit for another.
Everybody in Cleveland's like, God bless it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Cavs, yeah, woo!
Yeah. By the way, folks, they still have Tristan Thompson, who's just kind of there for show. He's just like, hi, everybody, and then he just, leaves the court. I've never seen the team like this who has so much good chemistry. A camaraderie, chemistry, it just works. And they embrace Cleveland. That's important.
That to me was the glaring thing this year for me. Just watching here and there, they are the best team.
Yes.
In the NBA.
Oh yeah.
And everybody's like, why'd you emphasize team? I said, name me a superstar.
Yeah.
Name me a superstar.
Fair.
That's a team.
Everyone just kind of bought in, and it's obviously Donovan Mitchell's team.
A different person steps up every single night.
This is Donovan Mitchell putting
they're making stars in Cleveland right now. That's the thing.
Donovan Mitchell, huh? Who would have known?
Yeah,
I know.
This is Donovan Mitchell basically Yeah, I know.
Stop it. We know.
This is Donovan Mitchell approaching his I am Dwayne Wade prime type of guy. I comped him to Dwayne Wade when he got drafted. I thought he was that kind of dude. This is him saying, yeah, this is my team. Yep. But we are a team. I'm not just doing... he takes most of the shots. He scores most of the points. But you need that guy to do so.
He might finish his career in Cleveland.
I think he will.
Right now he's making it. He's making it a destination.
Was he going to go back to Utah?
Fix them up.
Come to Chicago.
Yeah, when he's 35 and at the end of his career, sure.
Of course.
When the Bulls
That's what Chicago's do.
Exactly.
So what the Bulls...
we got Rajon Rondo. We got Dwayne Wade with Jimmy Butler. It's like, how old are they? We got these guys.
Wouldn't that be something if Cooper Flagg goes to Utah and he's like, I might go back to the Jazz. I don't know. Maybe. That white boy's pretty good.
Hey, you guys forgive me?
I need San Antonio. I need San Antonio.
They have a 5% chance, I think it was, or something like that.
They've got 2 picks in the first round.
I know, but I think they've got a 5%
either one of them can come through for me.
One.
Let's go.
Either one of them.
They could trade up. You never know.
Take those 2 picks and parlay them into a...
But it was fun, Miami. Just letting you know.
It was fun.
It was fun. Congrats to Tyler Hero, though. You're doing a good job.
Chicago, I'm glad you didn't waste my time.
When above average player thinks he's a superstar here in Miami.
I'll tell you what. I was talking with somebody.
He won me money on the 3-point contest.
Yeah, I was talking with somebody about the whole thing about Giannis possibly moving, and somebody said, would he go to Miami? And I was like, well,
who wouldn't go to Miami?
I'm like, it's a warm place. It's kind of like Greece. Why wouldn't he consider it?
Pitbull's down there.
It's a warm. First off, take the warmth out of it.
Yeah.
Miami is just beautiful, and I'm not talking about the buildings. You cannot live in Miami and not be beautiful. It's a prerequisite before you sign a lease or mortgage a home. They look at you and go, you don't look good enough.
You're
Get
too
out.
ugly.
I don't know. I got an uncle in there who ain't too pretty.
Yeah, but he's in Little Cuba.
No, he's not.
He's not Cuban.
Not Cuban. I know.
All right.
I said it on purpose.
When we come back,
you just know how to get my goat.
It's time for the greatest segment of all.
We're not going to talk Major League Baseball, bro.
Nah, I'm skipping it.
Oh, we're just going to skip the fact that the Cubbies are mid.
Well, let's say
Hey,
that for
I don't
Nick.
care. Yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna do a whole segment of them being mid.
Let Nick tear into them because you know me, I got to play both sides on that coin. So
no. I'll wait until Friday.
Yeah, wait till Friday.
Wait till
you'll get a better reaction because I will agree with you. Frankie is gonna be
Bro, the Cubs. Are you kidding me?
I'll get them started tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
get them started tomorrow.
You're gonna work this one up.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I don't want to.
He's got the pressure cooker
Every
going,
single-
folks.
He'll walk away from you like an old man.
Andrew, every single day, I bring up at least one subject
to get him going.
And,
There's always something.
And Tyler will be like, "What'd you say now?"
No, start up with the Cubs and then just say, "Wicked was a great movie."
It's like my grandparents, man. My grandma used to do that to my grandpa. She'd be like, "I just want to make sure his heart's working."
I'm gonna straight up look at him and go, "Worst trade I've ever seen in my entire life." Cubs traded Workman. What are you doing? I want to bring this up to you,
Pick their pennies.
Cubs fan.
Okay. Are we not doing your
If they were to do this, would you be okay with it?
Okay.
If the Cubs traded with the Cardinals to get Nolan Arenado in at third,
what would they give up?
I don't know. That's the thing.
It'd probably be farm system.
It'd probably be farm system.
Yeah.
Knowing this, the way St. Louis is right now, it'd probably be farm system
Who's
stuff.
that third for them again? Right now,
It was.
You want to name the 5 guys that have played on third base over the last week?
Jesus, yeah, I know.
They were
It
talking
was-
about it yesterday.
Let's see. Hold on.
Who was on?
It started off
it
being
was-
Matt Shaw.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they put him back down to AAA.
Okay.
He needs a little more.
He needs
seasoning.
coaxing.
Who the hell do they got right now? John Birdie. Yeah, tweet.
Workman was there.
Workman was there. Then
Okay.
was Birdie. Yeah, because
By the way,
they haven't considered it.
that might be the shortest third baseman I've ever seen in my life.
He's a little gay.
Birdie is tiny.
Yeah, I know. He's a small fry.
He's a sparrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Birdie's right now. They put Nicky Lopez at bat on Saturday.
Oh.
But,
Wow.
Yeah, seen a little Nicky.
Nice.
But other than that,
So
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to listen, if you want to
Because
compete,
they just keep DHing Justin Turner for some reason.
well, at this point,
he's a great
Turner's 40, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 40,
He's,
41.
I think so. He's on the on
You
the
want
edge of
you
that.
want a 41-year-old on the hot corner?
No, just have him, enjoy the bench for a little bit. Dude, he's not good at batting this year.
Well, he's
No.
The bat speed's gone.
Can I answer him?
Yeah.
Wait until you make the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
That's Justin.
then
Turner
you bring
time.
him in.
That's Justin Turner time.
Keep him on the bench, eating the seeds.
He's only a contact hitter at this point. He's not going to be a home run hitter.
No, he's not.
But he just doesn't have the bat speed anymore. That's the only
He
problem.
doesn't, and he's just I don't know. He's just not seeing pitches as good.
No. Yeah.
It takes a time to adjust to that field, man.
Well, I know. But
Wrigley's
still.
a weird one to hit at, man.
It is.
Coming from a dude that used to be a catcher, that Ivy probably plays fucking games with you.
Yeah.
It is a weird field. I mean, plus the wind can change direction at any point in the game.
Yeah.
It can go out. It can come back in. It
That's
can go
true.
left. It can go right. It can go up if it wants to.
Right.
Imagine that. It's like, whoa, where'd it go?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do Youre Killin Me Smalls. We're doing that next. Here on Blow the Whistle on SportsSoundChicago.com.
He's right there. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. The last chance to order beer. But we didn't come here to drink beer. We came here to win this ball game.
Chicago's so lucky.
SportsTownChicago.com.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Pizza at your house and you can get it at the store. Uh-oh, here we go. Chicagoland area. Little Caesars is heating up for the summer. Try our new Crazy Puffs, $3.99. Walk in or delivery. 7 days a week. 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Filled with cheesy mozzarella pepperoni pizza sauce, buttery garlic flavored drizzle, Italian herb and Parmesan seasoning, deep dish Detroit style pizza $7.99, super cheesy bread $5.99, hot and ready combo $12.99, and for your daily deals, go to LilCaesars.com. Oh, Little Caesars, with our crazy puffs and cheesy dreams, you light up my soul with your pepperoni schemes. With every slice we share, with every moment we dare in this piece of love affair, so you didn't hear that just here. You don't want to miss out on these delicious deals. Visit your Chicagoland area Little Caesars today. Cheese, cheese, cheese.
Nobody does food better than our friends south of the border. If you're looking for delicious, authentic Mexican food in Chicagoland's backyard, check out the Totopos restaurant. Try their quesadillas, burritos, or my favorite, the 3-taco combo with steak and extra chipotle salsa.
Muy caliente!
Even have breakfast for early risers. Totopos is the highest rated Mexican restaurant in Naperville on Yelp. Once you try it, you'll understand why. Visit totoposnaperville.com for their menu, special offers, and online ordering on Grubhub. Pickup or delivery. Totopos restaurant, open nightly until 8:30, closed on Sundays, located next to the Jewel on Aurora Avenue in Naperville. Experience fresh, homemade Mexican at Totopos restaurant.
I got an affordable family-owned restaurant for you that won't cost you an arm and a lamb. It's Goodies in River Grove. My Goodies order never changes. A Yoros, not a gyro. Smothered in sauce and hot fries on the side for less than $9. If I'm really starved, I'll add a chicken kebab to my order. Looking for more? Try a juicy cheeseburger, Chicago-style hot dogs, or a toasty corned beef meal. I can walk in 7 days a week, dine with my family, or call 708-583-1700. Pick it up and enjoy it at home. Can't stop in? Not a problem. Goodies delivers through Grubhub, DoorDash, and Seamless. Goodies is located at Cumberland, Belmont, River Grove. Goodies, bringing authentic Greek food to the Chicago.
It's the summer of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. To reach peak summer mode, you need your summer coffee, like a smooth new s'mores frozen Dunkin' coffee, a refreshing butter pecan iced coffee, or a sweet coconut cream pie cold brew. What could be better than iced frozen coffee on a hot summer day? Nothing. Dunkin' Donuts has all your favorite flavors this summer. So come enjoy the summer of coffee and keep cool out there, kids. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Looking for a great bargain? Want to find cool collectibles? Need to get fresh fruit and vegetables for the family? Come on down to Swap-O-Rama. 3 great locations, 42nd and Ashland in Chicago, Melrose Park in Ulsa, with hundreds of indoor and outdoor vendors selling clothing, tools, electronics, and much, much more. Have stuff for sale? Become a Swap-O-Rama vendor and turn your hidden treasure into cash. Visit their website for market days, hours, and vendor information. Go to swap-o-rama.com. Swap-O-Rama, the first name in flea markets.
Killing me, Smalls.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally doing it. It's time for Youre Killin Me Smalls here on Blow the Whistle on SportsOnChicago.com. And I told you from the beginning, if you guys have a Youre Killin Me Smalls, hit us up on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at BlowTWhistle1, BLOWTWHISTLE1, hashtag it YKMS, or even put it in the chat on YouTube while you guys are watching our beautiful faces, because that's how we are going to find it and be able to put it out for you. David, do you want to go first? Do you got one?
Yes.
Locked and loaded?
Absolutely.
Go for it, my guy.
To my brother, Andrew Valentin, for the love of all that is good in the world.
Yeah, I didn't think you were actually going to do it.
I knew he was.
Smile when you take pictures. Or, here's another thought. Don't do your cholo stance when you do pictures. Be a human being. Smile. See that right there? That, great picture. Eyes are open. You're semi-smiling.
All I can say
You've got a pretty face.
Thank you. I just don't like my smile. It doesn't feel it doesn't feel natural. That's all. I feel like it's very forced.
Wonder why his smile doesn't feel natural.
Why?
Because he never smiles. He's always grumpy.
Whenever you laugh, you have a really good
Or
smile.
tired.
Thank you.
I think you have
You have a great laugh. You have an infectious laugh.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Please, do me a favor. People look at these pictures.
I understand.
You're associated with us.
Yeah, I know.
We are happy, jovial men.
Yeah. As am I.
I try to
He's my little John.
Yeah!
I was so waiting for that. I was like, is he going to do it?
Wrong one, but I like it.
It works.
I knew what you meant. I was wondering if he would.
Listen, at the end of the day, we all want to achieve things in our life, and I know one of your things is finding that certain someone that that completes you and makes you happy. Like
it's just being happy in general.
Like Tyler and I are happy
Yes.
and have found our better halves now, and
I'm mostly happy.
You know what I
got
knew
things to be upset about.
and this is no bag on Monica, because you know the stuff that I've been through in my life. There's definite walls up.
Yeah.
But after the first time we went out on a double date with Tyler and Em, and both of them look at me when she went to the restroom and they go, "She is perfect for you."
Yeah, because she gives you crap, and I love it.
It's fair.
It's so good.
She keeps me humble.
Yeah,
but she also lifts me up at the same time.
Puts your ass in your place.
Yeah.
Love it.
Smile. Even when you are around a certain other person that shall not be named, you're frumpy. Show that other side that I know. I don't even know if Tyler's seen that other side.
Really, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Here and there.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I used to see it a lot. I've got faith in you, brother. This ends my TED Talk.
Thank you.
So, to Andrew Valentin, who needs to do better with his pictures on the interwebs, I give you a big old...
You're killing me, Smalls.
I love you, man.
Thank you.
Do you have one for him?
I mean, I've got... You could go with the whole ankle issue.
I could. I don't want to do that, though.
You can. No, you totally can.
I can.
You totally can.
That's not a good... You're killing me, Smalls, for me. I really don't. I mean, how the fact that you had all this athleticism you thought in the world, and the next thing you know, somebody steps on your foot, and now you're trying to walk around when you really should be using a cane or something.
I
of some
Yes!
sort. For the love of
Get
God.
him! Get him!
God, just, it's okay. We get it, man. We get it. I understand.
I thought about crutches. I really, truly did think
You
about crutches.
should have, because this wouldn't be an.
No, I'm gonna put your ass in a wheelchair.
Or a
If-
wheelchair.
If you're gonna,
Dr. Dykstra, here you go.
if you're gonna wheel me around, I'm down.
All right.
You concern for me, I concern for you. You're not a young pup anymore,
Ooh, give me a hoverboard. Give me a hoverboard, and we'll just freaking go around and like, and you can have the megaphone.
Mario
Get a
Kart
class.
double dash.
I can say this much,
Yeah.
and Tyler can attest to this. I thought I did pretty well up until that point.
I'm sure, yeah.
He put a body on people. It was
Yeah.
good.
No,
I'm
when
not. You have a 150-pound kid. This is. You would have laughed if you were there. This 150-pound kid tried to post on me and tried to back me down.
Oh, good. He didn't realize you had a little bit more on him.
Got a little girth.
Yeah.
I just think he thought I was a big dude, and he could push me around like I didn't have any strength.
Did you put him on the floor?
No, I didn't put him on the floor. But he started trying pushing me. Tyler was watching the whole time too. I knew he was. Started trying to push me back. I just took 2 steps forward.
And he went.
I didn't realize you told he who shall not be named that I was a pretty good point guard. He said it. He's like, I heard you're a pretty
Everybody
good point
was
guard.
justifying your play, man.
Listen, it was the thing that shocked me, and this is gonna sound rude, and I don't mean it to sound rude.
Oh, here we go.
Is your speed?
Oh yeah, I'm quick.
That's
I told
what
you I played sports back in my day.
You can listen.
believe
Andrew and I played sports back in the day. Let us be very real about this. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do?
Good call. I was trying to. I don't know why my ADD. I was like, how is he gonna do this? Because if you do the Dustin Rhodes, and then it's gonna sound weird. There we go.
Alright. Just for poozing. No, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I probably should have taken a couple days off of work.
Yeah, just relax, man, because
legitimately
Yeah.
taking like Monday, Tuesday off of work.
Yeah, probably should.
And just put it up and
because I did the exact same thing when I was back in high school and I hurt myself in the summertime, and after about a couple days I was like, I can't do this anymore. I took a week off, felt so much better.
Well, and to me, and I'll be very honest with you, like I always have my mom's voice chirping in the back of my head going, if you don't have 101 temperature, your ass better be at work.
Yeah.
And my mom went to work 2 days after she had major ankle surgery.
Totally.
So, like, that's the work ethic that I've had ingrained in me by my mom and my
that's
dad.
fair.
So, like, I can drag it. We're
Right.
good. Let's go.
I knew he was in
it
pain when I saw
hurts.
him limping. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, buddy, please sit down." I'm like,
Yeah.
"You're done."
Well, so Mr. Hurt Man over here, who's finally starting to feel a little bit better, even though his foot looks like he's got Delaware and Rhode Island on both sides.
It's very true.
I give you a big old.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Very
I love it.
That was just my fun one, George.
That's a very true
I
statement.
love you, buddy.
All right, mine.
The funny part, just to finish it,
yeah.
the funny part was, Emily goes, "Yeah, Monica and I were talking. One moment you're standing up, running around. Next moment you're on the floor. We thought you died.
You died.
It's fair. Totally
I
fair.
was like, I looked at your lovely better half, and I went, if I go down with a cardiac issue, you gonna help me?" She goes, "I don't really want to, but I will."
Oh my God.
Gotta love her.
The brotherly sisterly love between me and her is so good.
It's funny. I love it.
I mean, at least she's looking out for you too. So.
Oh no,
Oh, yeah.
I'll call
Extra
him all
pair
the
of
time,
eyes.
and I'll just hear in the background, "What the F do you want, David?"
Or like she's like,
And then I'll come back with, "Shut up!"
David's got this going on. She's like, he's fine. It's funny.
He's okay.
He'll live. All right, this one could kind of be a group one because this one was just absolutely ridiculous.
Okay.
So obviously everyone knew about the big story over the weekend was Shedeur Sanders getting prank called while he was still up on the board in the NFL draft. Come to find out, it was reported yesterday. Damn it. It was.
Damn it.
Jax Ulbrich.
Damn it.
That is. What was his first name again?
I don't know.
Jeff
Ulbrich. I knew it was a J.
Ulbrich, yes.
Jeff Ulbrich, defensive coordinator of the Falcons.
Former head coach of the Jets.
Former head coach of the Jets. Interim head coach, you could say.
Yes.
After he Saleh got fired. It was his son. But he wasn't the one that made the call. You could see him clearly in the background of the video while his buddy's making the call.
Yes.
And it didn't take him long to
Does he go
investigate.
to Old Miss?
No.
No.
Some smaller school. They
Yeah,
were able to find his profile on school. I forgot what it
I
started.
saw the
with a T.
kid had an Old Miss shirt on. I was like, "Please God, don't tell me."
No,
you're
I
wrong."
think he just had the shirt on or whatever. I don't think he.
Damn it.
But
was there.
what it came out is that the way how his son got the number is that it must have just been, it was on his dad's iPad.
Yeah.
Or something like that, just hanging around, and he just quickly wrote it down. And
Well, because Shedeur went to great lengths not to have this happen to him.
Yes.
yeah,
He got a separate phone with a different phone number for executives to call him.
right.
Damn it.
Which is what a lot of these guys do now.
Well, and then after this, I heard Tyler Warren got prank called.
Yep.
I heard a lot of the later round kids got prank called like 5 times.
Yep.
Well, the later round kids don't get specialties.
Well,
Right. Yeah.
No,
but
they
still, nevertheless.
But, like, to me, everyone can say, oh, because it was Shedeur Sanders, it was funny and stuff like that. This is the biggest moment of these kids' lives.
Yeah.
Like, this, and they are, this is, like, going to be the greatest phone call in the history of their lives. And to do that, like, that's cruel. That is pretty much, to me, that's sickening.
Yeah.
That is
absolutely.
sickening, man. And, David, unfortunately, I hate to tell you that it sucks that it was a guy from
Nah,
your team.
status quo for Atlanta.
They did
bless
say,
America.
Atlanta did say that there's going to be no
No, his ass
punishment.
should be fired.
You think so?
I'm being dead serious. You let material, vital material, be accessible to the public. I don't care if it's your family or not. That is public consumption of sensitive information. His ass should be fired.
Yeah.
And they should go and hire a better DC.
Is that just what the problem is? You just don't like him as the DC?
I don't. Yes. Why?
That's
is
fine.
he defensive?
I don't know. I
Oh,
really
that's right. You wanted the guy from Michigan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did he go? Or is he still in Michigan?
Moore
No.
or not Moore?
The DC over at Michigan.
Yeah, no, he's with his boy in LAC with the Chargers.
That's
Yeah,
right.
brought him over.
Of course he did. I hate you, Jim Harbaugh.
So with that being said, kids, don't be stupid. You can pull prank calls, but on a moment like this where it's something serious, cut the crap, grow up, be mature, and I give you a big old...
You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, even though
It's
if
like calling in a bomb threat.
Yeah,
As a joke.
like that's crap pisses me off too.
Yeah.
I heard at Emily's old high school, she went to...
I may or may not have had a friend that did that before technology got the way it is and
Yeah.
got away with it.
Emily at her old, at Lake Park, was that apparently it was ironically the same day that the new Call of Duty dropped.
Oh, I remember this.
They would do someone would have
I
a bomb
remember
threat.
this, yes.
And but then it got to the point where this would looked bad on the school. But the
Yes.
school was just like, no, we're still having it. They're like, we know it's just kids messing around.
Right.
And I was like, you cannot have that mentality.
No, yeah.
Like it doesn't matter because one of these days it's gonna actually happen.
That's right. I remember that when
Give
they
me-
were just
give
like,
me your killing me smells for that.
To you stupid schools, I give you a big old...
You're killing me, Smalls.
And another one for double stupid.
Killing me,
Lake,
Smalls.
yeah, I remember Lake Park got criticized because they're like, what if it really had been a bomb threat? They're like, we knew it wasn't a bomb threat. It's like, yeah, but you really didn't know. You were just like, oh, the Call of Duty dropped. People just want to get
They
out.
finally found out. They're like, oh, it's just when Call of Duty
Yeah,
drops.
it's just-
but
yeah.
still, you can't take those lightly.
No, you cannot.
That's
You
why a
absolutely
lot of
cannot.
issues happen in this world.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not gonna get this.
I have to do this.
Go for it.
And it kills me to do this.
She's gonna double down on me again.
In my eyes, the greatest NFL organization in the world. You are letting a schmuck hold you hostage. Why the hell are you letting Aaron Rodgers do this to one of the greatest organizations in the entire NFL? It makes no damn sense whatsoever. He's a 41-year-old, washed up, no Achilles, drinking ayahuasca douchebag. What are we doing? If you needed a see, this is what it is. There's a verbal contract. I
There's gotta
almost
be.
guarantee there's a verbal contract. Why else would he have gone, hey, DK, why don't you come out here to California and throw a little pigskin with me? Shut up! You piece of trash. Well, I'm still weighing my eye. No, you're not. No, you're not. Pittsburgh's the only team in the NFL that wants you on their roster. Because you're a douchebag. You douche.
Well said. I love it.
Wow.
So to the Pittsburgh Steelers, God, I love you, but God, you're being held hostage by a douchebag. I give you a big old...
You're killing me, Smalls.
Well, here, if we're going on the douchebag train, I have another one. To Clay Matthews.
No, that was great. I don't
No,
care.
you know what? No, because you know what's even better? All right, first off, wow, do the Bears just live rent-free in your head, buddy?
Yeah.
Because you had to come in there, even though, I don't know, who got the last win of the regular season? Yeah, I don't care if it was 11 games winning streak before then. Caleb Williams 1-0 in Lambeau Field.
It's true.
And for the Bears to bring out Seth freaking Rollins to come. I love Seth Rollins' thing.
Okay.
That was great.
Can I just say one thing, though? Yes, they brought out Seth freaking Rollins. Good on them. But they had to make up for the other guy. Because what the hell are you smoking bringing out Des White?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I didn't understand that at all.
They had to make up for it for Seth Rollins.
I didn't get that.
Why did, of all the people that you could pick to announce your picks in the second round, why are you bringing out Des White?
Yeah, that wasn't a good one. That should have been the Seth Rollins pick. But no. Hey, I got a note from the President Donald Trump. It says right here, the Bears still suck. So funny.
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was stupid.
In fairness, he's from SoCal, so his IQ's like 3.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
No.
Yeah, that's right. I said it. What's up? Come at me, SoCal, with your beautiful people and your beautiful cars and your great houses and your nice weather.
You could have done so much better
Earthquakes.
to hype these Packers
They
fans.
have earthquakes.
Yeah, I know, but they still all look good.
But I thought it was corny as hell. It could have been better.
Do you know what I find even more corny?
What?
I'll add on to this for you. The fact that your first round draft pick Packers didn't know the Packers chant.
Yeah, it's a little bad.
Good job, pal.
Give me go Packers! 1, 2. What are you doing?
Also,
it's 2 words. One of them said twice.
Yeah. Also, he's one of the many guys at the draft who was complaining about, why are we here?
There's
Because-
nothing to do here.
Yes. Why are you in Green Bay?
The smell of brats, mustard, and cheese cans were heard for miles.
If I can tack on to this a little bit more for it.
Here we go, baby. Let's go.
I understand we love to move the draft around. It was cool when it was here in Chicago and all that stuff. I'm sorry. It just looks better in New York.
I'm sorry. Next year's going to be awesome.
Yes,
Oh,
I
it's in
think it
Pittsburgh,
definitely
right?
will. I
It's
100%
gonna be
believe
great.
it will.
I'm half tempted to go to that.
I believe it will. But that's the thing. I think you have to do it in big cities.
Yeah.
Green Bay.
Green Bay's the only non-big city that there is.
There's Nashville and a few others.
Nashville made that look awesome.
Nashville was pretty sweet.
It was okay. It was okay.
It was on Boardwalk or Broadway.
Yeah, I get that.
Are you kidding me?
That was awesome.
I'm sorry. I just think it looks better in a big city. I think it just hits better. It looks different.
Is he downplaying Little Vegas?
Redneck Little Vegas?
Little bit.
Redneck Vegas?
Woo Girl City?
I love Nashville.
There's nothing wrong with Nashville.
Take Andrew down to Nashville with us.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be our guys.
There's nothing wrong with Nashville.
You'll find a nice country girl down there. Or at least want to be country
I'm okay
girl.
with that.
They'll save
I
a
don't
horse.
No,
Ride a cowboy.
No more horses.
She'll ride a
no
cowboy.
More horses.
No more Pepe.
You dressed up like a cowboy before.
By the way, the horse. God, the horse that I. By the way, I was notified. I don't know if I.
Johnston.
I don't know if I told you guys, but I was notified by one of the officers.
We're doing Youre Killin Me Smalls. Get in here. Yeah.
I just went after Clay Matthews. And how they upped it with Seth Rollins. How you doing, buddy?
What's up?
Nice hat.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
So, to Green Bay, to Goldilocks, I gave you a big old...
You're killing me, Smalls.
You got anything, man?
I did.
You want one of mine?
Can't remember.
You can choose one of mine if you want. I got a billion.
Oh my
of them.
god.
I mean,
I need one to spark the memory of what it was.
you could go after an instructor who bailed on you on Friday.
Oh shit! Yeah, that didn't help. We did get the job done. That was all good.
I was going to talk to you about it later, but yeah.
I got a story here about a woman who passed her driving test after 959 attempts.
There we go.
You want to use that?
Nah.
No.
956 is the lucky number.
Yeah, of course.
Was she SpongeBob?
Oh, if anyone has any more, go with one more. And I'll try and remember mine. I had it at the tip of my tongue.
I mean, I got another one here
To the
from
White Sox who thought trading for Workman was a good idea.
Yeah, that was a tough look.
They got excited about
That's
it.
all right. What I told them, the Cubs are just trying to build up the bank to give to offer Kyle Tucker 150.
Yeah,
because
I got one here.
Then he'll get rejected.
Real quick, to Woody Johnson for his little quote he had when Justin Fields was signed by the Jets, because we didn't do this obviously at the time. For making this statement, I think Justin Fields is going to be a total winner for us. I've been impressed with him since his college days. It was he or Trevor Lawrence, and I think he is going to be really good. Homie, you had the number 2 pick in the draft. You are the owner. You at any moment could have come in and said, I want Justin Fields. You instead let them took Zach Wilson. So to make said comment...
I mean,
it just, how disconnected from reality can you truly be?
It's a little euphorious. Yeah. Ooh, you like that word?
That's a
there
good
you
word.
go.
Good job, bud.
Word of the day, folks.
Euphorious.
Just absolutely.
You were dropping a couple at the draft show that I was
seriously.
looking up by underneath my Google search. Just making sure that nobody else knew.
Need a source for you, my friend.
Sometimes when the synapses are popping.
They're firing on all cylinders.
Yes. So to the loquacious Mr. Woody Johnson, I give you, sir, a big old.
You're killing me,
There you
Smalls.
go. Now you got to come up with a big word, Nick.
There you go.
Hang on the spot.
Discrubulous.
You know it's dog season when Nick starts wearing his button up.
I was gonna say I like it, man.
I almost
like
wore
the
mine
style.
to the Cubs game the other day.
That's
Oh,
great.
by the way, get ready because I'm gonna have Frankie crying tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, gee whiz. What?
Cubs are great. Cubs are great. Cubs are great. Still mid.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
There you go. You had the Phillies win last night, so that was good.
There you go.
Nice.
And the day before.
Yeah. I wish. Like I said, I can't remember mine off the top of the dome. I'm so upset.
We should probably ask him this question.
Okay.
Over under on how soon Travis Hunter makes an appearance on AEW.
Oh, I love that. Well, yeah, obviously, right. Shad Khan and Tony Khan shook up right with him right away, so that was great. The all elite little graphic they put up.
Yeah,
that would be pretty good. You know, if we get like a mixed tag or something, like Travis Hunter versus.
Who does he come out with?
Swerve.
Thank you. See, Nick and I are on the same level. I said it has to be Swerve.
Either that or I mean, I wouldn't mind Travis Hunter coming out to "We hurt people, we hurt people."
That wouldn't be bad. Or if he wants to play heel, come out with Ricochet.
That's true too. Yeah,
that's not bad either.
Yeah. They get a big pop when Travis Hunter smacks his bald head.
Beast Mortos.
Yes.
Comes out with Beast Mortos.
God, that'd be great.
I don't know. His girlfriend might be upset that he's doing too many things with other people.
That's true.
Yeah, she didn't like it last time.
No.
We'll see.
Shut up.
Or fiance, whatever the hell
It's
they are.
probably the I wonder how many. I wonder if Shad looked at Tony at one point and goes, "Listen, I'm gonna have to take a little bit of the budget away from AEW to make this trade."
Sorry, Double or Nothing's not gonna have pyro this year.
No, they're just gonna have the Orange Cassidy
just a
pyro.
little- the showers, yeah.
Anyone else?
No, I'm good.
I think I'm good.
I got my Aaron Rodgers rant out. I'm good.
I remember mine for another time.
I also had my Andrew Valentin rant.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Andrews, we got Andrew Vaughn. You suck. So there you go. That'd be mine. You're not even hitting your own weight. You're killing me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up You're Killing Me Smalls, which we finally brought back. We weren't going to lose it. We had to do it once in a while. And that is going to wrap up our show of Blow the Whistle. We did a little extra hour today. We went long. We did a lot of
So there's a lot to
NFL
talk about with the draft.
There was a lot to talk about the draft. It was overall a solid draft for majority teams. You got some losers, you got some winners, but everyone got what they needed.
Frankie come out there, majority.
Yeah.
I know. He rubs off on you.
Oh, yeah.
Like on us. Like I catch myself talking. You'll talk like that. You do. I don't know.
I'm sure.
We poke.
Antonio especially.
Yeah.
We poke.
We poke. We poke.
We don't zip it and lock and put it in a pocket.
If you guys missed today's episode, don't worry. But shame on you for not watching us live. But you can listen back on all podcast platforms. That is Apple Podcasts. I'm not going to name them all. That's
Frankie, you're going to have to go to YouTube tomorrow.
Yeah, Frankie, if you're listening, go to YouTube.
Have fun, amigo.
We had this computer poo-poo, so we'll figure it out hopefully later. I'm going to let Ruth know to have IT or whatever the hell in this building to fix it. But one of them peoples.
We need the interwebs.
Follow us on all social media platforms. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and TikTok. Follow us on all Blow T Whistle 1. For that, everyone have a great rest of the week. We'll be back here on Wednesday. I am Tyler Butterball Buterball.
David Double D Dykstra.
Andrew Pepe Valentin.
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
We'll be with Nick on Wednesday.
Nick Wednesdays. Everyone, have a great rest of the week. We'll be back here, same bad time, same bad place, Wednesday. Sports Town Chicago on YouTube. This has been Blow the Whistle. Peace out, everybody.